Htp family, you're tuning into the pro-black perspective on KWAZ radio. Today is actually the week of freaking BANs. Today is the week. No, sorry, this is the week of manginas. I'm sorry. I wish it were otherwise. Kofi says greetings. I wish it were otherwise, but today is the week of manginas. I had to mute the word therapy. Just give y'all a heads up. I had to mute the word therapy because everybody and their mama had an opinion on therapists, and it's crossed over into different categories. Whether you're talking about the manginas, and we're also going to talk about the comrades, but I mean, obviously the big story. Well, not big, but actually not really a major story, but it blew up into something bigger. But I'm gonna say it triggered me a little bit. It triggered me a little bit because it reminded me of something. But before we get into that, well, here's two things. One, I want to say this. Kofi says, I was just looking at that therapy stuff as well. Yeah. One, I want to say this. First off, well, obviously you're part of a podcasting network called KWZ Radio. I can't show you the preview. I can't show you the videos. I didn't fix this streaming thing. I use OBS. I didn't fix it as of yet. But definitely check out the other podcasts. There's KWAZ. Subscribe to KWAZ Radio, obviously. Subscribe to Revolutionary Matron. Subscribe to Bitter Medicine Podcast. Subscribe to Tanzan. Subscribe to Harsh Reality. Subscribe to Brother Bakari. Subscribe to Forecast. Okay. Tyler Solomon. Peace and abundance of blessings. Him and I actually run a subreddit. We neglect. Anyway, but yeah, we're gonna jump into it. But before we get started, I think there's something actually more important, and that is this reality that you got to be careful. Okay, we're gonna start off with the BANs, but you actually have to be careful. This is for the ladies, right? Check this out. This is some crazy shit. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, before we even get into therapy, I want to show you guys some crazy shit. So this is crazy. A woman went to Prospect Park and Tomball Parkway, Houston, Texas, and was almost poisoned. Thankfully, she caught it on in time and was cautious.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Erin Dawn. I just want to share with y'all the experience that I had yesterday on my birthday. What started off as a great day turned into being one of the scariest moments of my life. My husband and I decided to go to Prospect Park on the north side of Houston for Taco Tuesday before we head to the spa. I never made it to the spa or to my birthday dinner because I was immediately rushed to the hospital. I know y'all wondering what happened. After we finished eating, we walked to the car and I had a napkin sticking out of my door handle. So this isn't the actual napkin, but I just wanted to give y'all an idea of how it was sticking out the door handle. So when I saw it, I just picked it up with my fingernails like this and I tossed it out. I didn't touch the napkin, but guess what? I still opened the door with my fingertips. I'm a slick side germaphobe, so normally I wouldn't touch anything like that, but I did have a margarita and I don't know, I guess I just thought maybe my husband put it in the door just playing around or just trying not to let up. So once my husband got off the phone, I asked him, did you put a napkin in my door? And he was like, no. So immediately I started looking for the hand sanitizer. I'm like, oh my God. So he was just like, just go back inside, wash your hands, it's gonna be okay. I went inside, washed my hands, and maybe like 2 minutes later my fingertips started tingling. And I'm like, dang, dog, I'm tripping. Let me just chill. It's not nothing. Got in the car. We started driving. I didn't tell him right away. I said, I'm just going to, wait a few minutes and see how it does. Then maybe after about 5 minutes, my whole arm just started tingling. Then it started to feel numb. I got lightheaded. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I got hot. It just was a whole bunch of different feelings at one time, and I started to panic. He calmed me down. He told me to just calm down, drink some water, just breathe. I took, deep breaths. He called 911 because we weren't in our normal area, so we didn't know like where the nearest emergency room was. So he called 911.
But this, she called the police. But it is what it is.
Got to the emergency room. I explained to them what happened, and immediately they brought me to the back, took my blood pressure and everything. They say my vitals were not stable, so they immediately put me in a room and gave me some fluids. They ran a whole bunch of tests. I had a CAT scan, just a whole bunch of stuff. I was there for about 6.5 hours. The doctor said I had acute poisoning from an unknown substance. I didn't have enough of it in my system to determine what it was, but just that little amount had me messed up, y'all. Like, so just imagine if I would have grabbed it with my full hand. Like, I probably could have been dead, dog. Like, so I'm just recording this to let y'all know, like, be careful. The doctor said it could have been a possible kidnapping attempt. So just for everybody, all the women in Houston and just everywhere, y'all, just be careful when you're out. Pay attention to your surroundings. Just be careful.
Okay, so first off, look at this, man. These white boys could kill you with a fucking napkin. They could kill you with a napkin. They could kill you with you touching a door handle. What the fuck are you doing in your life? Now we gonna like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm trying to figure that out because if these motherfuckers could kill you with you touching a door handle, why the fuck are you around them? I mean, you're in a serious situation. You are in a serious situation where you touching a door handle could send you to a hospital. Could send you to their hospital. So, you know, what you got to notice about this thing, because I remember like when I read Ptah Htp, right? Ptah Htp. Ptah Htp is a very interesting story, all right? It starts off in a hospital, okay? And she's like, look, I do not want this white nurse operating on me. Please, like I think she's pleading with this black nurse to stay by her. And the whole story of Asada could have been different if that black nurse didn't stay with her. Because you don't know these motherfucking crackers. You don't. Any one white nurse could have said, hey, you know what? Yeah, I didn't see you I didn't see you put that pillow over her face. Oh, she committed suicide like that sister who committed suicide. You know, in Asada's story, she tells you that there's a bunch of black American women who commit suicide in prison. Or who they say commit suicide in prison. She tells you. But see, when you get into a situation of being poisoned, who do you got to run to? When you get into a situation that you might just get kidnapped, who do you run to? I want you to understand that you're in big ass trouble. I mean, around the whole planet, because it's not just going to happen. It's not, this poison is not just going to be in America. You're in big ass trouble if you don't have your own hospitals, if you don't have your own law enforcement, if you don't have your own toxicologist. You're in big trouble. You're going out for your birthday. But you hear my tone, how I'm talking. Apparently y'all don't like that. We're gonna talk about that when we talk about therapy. Apparently y'all don't like that. But it is what it is. Let's see what the comments are. Tyler says, I read about that Houston poisoning this morning. I always keep disposable gloves in my car to pump gas, but now need to keep some in my wallet like condoms. Shit, boy. Fentanyl laced. I have no idea. I believe Tanzan showed up. Tanzan says greetings only. Learning Curve says greetings everyone. Yeah, I mean, look, the thing is this. It's like this. Like reality is this. Because I remember y'all. Since some of y'all don't take COVID seriously and never took COVID seriously. I remember back when I first heard of it. Okay, when I first heard of it, before it even came to America, one of my cousins sent me a video from China. And she was like, look at this lady. And there was this Chinese lady on an elevator by herself, right? She was on an elevator by herself, and she was just spitting and coughing on the whole, like all the buttons. You know what I mean? So COVID just came out. I guess she was one of the first few to get it, right? She was so freaking sick, and she decided, you know what? F the rest of them. I'm going to cough and spit and salivate all over these buttons in this elevator. Because why the fuck could I get sick? Now, usually the Chinese do not like that. Usually the Chinese are the first people. Like I remember back in the day, they were the only people wearing masks when they got sick. You know what I mean? But this lady decided to do that. And this was in China. This was when before the pandemic even spread. When they was trying to control it, they had her on CCTV trying to do that to other people. Because it's like what do you I mean, I obviously not everybody trying to poison you for no damn reason, but not yet. As soon as shit really pop off, you're gonna be in big trouble. As soon as shit hits the fan, you're gonna be in big trouble. So right now, nobody wants you. You know, like they were saying. Now here's the kind of disbelief thing. Not disbelief, but there's a kind of disbelief thing in the sense of, you know, why if somebody's trying to kidnap you, why would they put your poison on the passenger side door? Because that means that they know that you with somebody else. You know what I mean? Like they know you got your husband. And why I'm saying that, why I'm asking that is right here. This is another video. I think this might be a white boy. Sorry, but I should have put this video first, honestly.
These on her car in the exact same spot. I found one of these on her car in the exact same spot, back passenger door. I didn't know what it was. I just kept cutting it off. This morning, when I found it, I went in there and I asked her, I said, what's the deal with the zip tie being on your back passenger handle every morning? For the past 3 mornings, I've cut it off. She said, Dad, I don't know what in the world you're talking about. She said, I didn't know there was a zip tie on there. I said, yeah, there's a zip tie. So I was talking to my brother just a few minutes ago, and I told him, I said, man, 3 mornings in a row, I found a zip tie on I ain't going to say her name, but my daughter's back passenger door handle. Black zip tie. It's loose, but it's on there. And he works in law enforcement. He's been in law enforcement his whole life. And you could tell when I mentioned that, he got extremely silent. And he said, what'd you just say? And I told him, and he was like, listen, man, cut that off right now. I said, I have been cutting them off. He was like, sex traffickers and people that basically steal women, vulnerable women, put them on a car somewhere where it's not easily noticeable for them, but other people who actually do the stealing knows exactly what that means. So basically what this is, you all, is this is a tag. And this alerts anyone who's part of the organization, I'll call it, of sex trafficking or kidnappers, abductors. Let them know that that person is vulnerable, they are by themselves, and they're an easy target. So if you've got teenage kids, girls that are out late at night, that are driving, check their car every morning. Look for a black zip tie or anything that stands out and immediately remove it. Looks like my daughter is a target, so she will be prepared. I promise you that.
What you gotta understand is this. First off, white people are one of the biggest trafficked populations in America. Okay? I mean, if not the biggest. I mean, obviously they're also the biggest population, but white people trafficking white folk. And what you also gotta understand is that black folk came to America through trafficking. You know? It was like work trafficking. Sometimes it was sex trafficking. But it was through trafficking. People kidnapping other people. That people make a living off of that. They've been making a living off of that. America was founded on people making a living off of trafficking people. And the more things change, the more things stay the same. The fact that they're doing it to white folk, Now again, that's the thing I'm a little bit unclear about with the other lady's story, which is why in the world are you just trying to straight up poison her? Like, what was the expectation there? That I don't know if it was I don't know if it was the passenger side car or if it was the passenger side or if it was the driver's side. But let's say it's the driver's side. What is the expectation there? That your hand gets numb and then you pull over or you crash and then they pick your body up afterward? They follow you after that? What is the story there? Or if she was the passenger, then like what exactly are they expecting? Do they expect the man to drive and then he pulls over, I need help, and they're following her? What is the story? Does it matter? The reality is this, that there are people out there trying to harm you. This is where it ties in with the enemies within. And I'm pretty sure they're not black folk. It's more or less I just want to warn you guys. But there are people out there who have an objective of either taking you and then forcing you into servitude or rape. Okay? And that's for, obviously for women or even sometimes for men. There are people out there who have this sort of agenda against you. Or if shit hits the fan, there's people out there who can kill you very easily. If you don't have a toxicologist, if you don't have a hospital, if you don't have an investigative resource, if you don't have surveillance of your own vehicles, essentially you're very trusting in a foreign nation. You're very trusting in a foreign nation. And when it comes time for what's called the whatever that, siren or whatever, right? When it comes time for that, you're in some damn trouble. Because if you think you're winning, you just got to wake up. Because there's an organization of people who are actively doing quite a bit of damage and profiting while you kind of sleep. And it comes back to one of my favorite quotes. John Ray Bruce a long time ago. He says, "Look, while black folk are they're just living their lives, white folk are building up their fortifications to attack other people." And it's the same thing. We're not developing these fucking poisons. They are, and not only do they develop it, they're testing it, they're using it, they're employing it. And again, we just sitting here figuring out right now. Oh, there's poison. Oh my gosh. You could be on a date with somebody, date with a woman, right? You could be on a date, you chatting, talking, so on and so forth. Turn your back. She lays that on your, she just rubs it on your freaking cup. Hey man, are you all right? Right? Oh, let's go into our car. We got to drive somewhere. She pulls over. I'll drive you. Don't worry. I'll drive you. She pulls over somewhere. Then you dying in a fucking car. You know how many witnesses that is? You know how many witnesses that is? Easy. I just told y'all how easy. You're in trouble. But it is what it is. Let's see what the comments are. Revolutionary Matron says, we have failed to understand that they hate themselves, so it's an easy stretch for them to hate us. If they are not going to rule it, they would just as soon as kill us all. And it's like, how do we set ourselves up to, how do we set ourselves up not to? Tyler Solomon's asking, Raw says, greetings, all greetings, Raw. Tyler Solomon asks, Houston, maybe Hispanics. I think it's these white folks. I don't know. Oh, you talking about the dude who's talking? I don't know. But I think it's these white folk. Because, who else got these motherfucking poisons? It could be anybody. The reality is this, that when time comes for that, whatever that thing is called, the purge, right? When time comes for the purge, you're in some damn trouble, I'm telling you. I see why folk be begging this white boy to be nice. Because, shit. Anyway, let's go to the next one. It's the losers for me. What does that even mean? It's the losers for me. Let's see what the losers are. Who are these losers? Oh, yeah, so look at this shit. I wish it were more. Look, like here's the thing, real talk. You got to realize that a lot of people, and by the way, I might make another section called FYI just for your information, because that was not really BANs per se. But this is BAN. It says, I wish it were more socially acceptable to say I feel lonely and I need attention. We shame direct requests for attention, so I think a lot of people online default to adversarial positions, use activists or academic language for engagement, and to make that desire feel noble. I know I've been guilty of this. It's why I feel myself as a performer and not an activist. Why I call myself a performer, not activism. Activism requires a relationship to ego I'm not capable of. It's a kind of decentering of self I have too much respect for just to claim as my own identity whenever I feel lonely. Frankly, I've enjoyed Twitter less and less the more attention I've gotten on it. It means something to some people that it doesn't mean to me. And because people can see you as a means to an end for attention, they often default to bad faith interpretations on purpose. Much of what we associate with handling attention well is just handling it in private. It doesn't usually bother me because needing to start an argument just to talk to somebody to me is kind of sad. But sometimes it is annoying to watch strangers be so certain about your character, right? I'm something because that's a civic job and inherently disrespectful to assume anyone can do. Minorities existing in public is distinct from activism. People falsely elevate your justified abuse, and I'm just a dude. Like, basically what he's saying is this. He's a fucking loser. And so he decides to go online and take an adversarial position, right? And use a bunch of language to feel like he's not a loser, but he's a fucking loser. And here's the thing that you gotta and that's the thing you gotta process about the internet. This is something you gotta even when we talk about this therapy story, right? The therapist was low key a loser, right? You'll see the video. She's low key a loser, but she's trying to do something, right? And then what happens is that you got a bunch of manginas as well as other people, right? Manginas and pass-me's who are like, hey man, and it's like, where are you in your fucking life? Like, just where are you in your life that you are quarreling with videos on the internet? You know? And it's not to say like, and I know people are going to be like, well, what are you doing? Aren't you quarreling with videos on the internet? No, right? Just no. But also it's like, you know, there's a time and place. There's like a certain amount of energy, right? This is obviously, if you're looking at what this is a podcast. This is, people getting together, having fun, so on and so forth, right? This isn't really me losing my pulling out my hair, like, oh my gosh, this lady is fucking like these people. I'll tell you about this therapist later, but these people like called up her job, her just over broke, and got her ass fired. Okay, and we're gonna look at the video and be like, is this what you got her fired over? But I really want to like get into that into more depth, but like, as far as this is concerned, like, yeah, he's just saying, hey, look, I'm actually a loser. I feel lonely and I need attention. And so because I feel lonely and I need attention, Black Lives Matter. You don't think Black Lives Matter? That's your thing. And, it could be just some random ass, it could be random ass anybody. Or I feel lonely, I need attention. So Megan Thee Stallion doesn't have a good, Megan Thee Stallion doesn't have a discography as good as Beyonce. Like, shut the fuck up. Like what I mean is this, that like, even if I thought Beyonce had a better discography, I don't know, than Megan Thee Stallion, right? Although I think maybe that's probably obvious. But anyway, even if I thought that, it's like, you think I'm gonna fucking argue with somebody over that? Because my thing is this, I know somebody else, if you like Megan Thee Stallion, you like Megan Thee Stallion. I don't care. And that could extend to anything. It's like, this incident happened, and it's like, you know what? I don't really even fucking care. But people who are lonely and people who need attention are going online and making it a part of themselves to, and this is not me telling, this is out of the horse's mouth. Out of the horse's mouth. He's like, look, I wish it were more socially acceptable to just say I'm lonely and I feel lonely and I need attention. Because barring that, the people online are going to default to adversarial positions. and couch their language in something to make them feel like they're intelligent, when realistically speaking, they just want attention. And he's a blue check. You know? They, them. He's a blue check, an actor, and he's like, this is who I am. I'm just a fucking loser. Let's see what the comments are like. Let's see something. So, Ross says, look, them conquistadors ain't from this world. You understand? Shit. Forecast is here. Tyler says, apparently it was a woman who got the therapist up on the paint. Yeah. She says that somebody wrote up an article explaining her, like, giving out her government and all that shit and where she worked. Learning Curve says, this guy just said he is trolling for attention. He is lonely and wants to be important, but can't get attention. But now, since he has your attention, he wants you to like him. Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking weirdo. Like, that's what he is. Yeah, I mean, it was a sister, but I think everybody, I think a lot of people just dogpiled on her. You know, I noticed a lot of black women, but I also noticed a lot of black men. You know, it's just like, what are you dogpiling this lady for? Just let her fucking do her job. You know. So now this is want to see something funny. What is this? Oh yeah, motherfuckers, man. So like I'm saying, man, about these white boys, look, these white boys having a fucking laugh at your expense. I'm sorry. These white boys are having a fucking laugh at your expense. Okay? And here's the thing about the therapist. The way how I'm talking right now is kind of how she was talking. And then they got her fired. So it's just like it just tells you something, you know? It's like the way I'm talking is not that bad. I mean, like, you know, if you're like, hey, you're my therapist and you're talking like this, then that's like, what are you fucking talking about? But like, what? Anyway, these white people, okay, they got black folk. I'm sorry. Like where we from? What is wrong with us? So these white boys build some motherfucking death machine. Look at this shit right here. Oh, sorry. I muted myself. So these white folk built a giant slide at Belle Isle Park in Michigan, and it shuts down after being open for a few hours. Okay? And it's like, the story is this giant slide in Michigan had to shut down after being open just a few hours after people were reportedly getting injured. And so this is so these white people just build a giant slide. Okay? They just build a giant slide. Then they say, here. And then I guess black folk come up and say, hey, can we ride the giant slide? And he's like, yeah, sure. No. I'm thinking white people got a bunch of, steel workers and iron workers. They say, yo, you want to see something funny, man? It's like, what? Watch this. And then they build a giant slide with bumps on it. They build a giant slide with bumps on it. They're like, and then white boy tells the other white boy, I don't get what's so funny. We built this. We spent a lot of labor building a giant slide. How is this funny? He's like, just wait. And then, of course, you got some black folks showing up in blankets. You're talking about, can we ride down the slide? And the white boy's cracking up. Because he's like, what fool is going to go up on top of this motherfucking death trap? Like, and then to make matters even funnier, this white boy's like, sure, I'll charge you or some shit. Like how stupid. Somebody in the video says that was not good. Like who? I'm telling you, man. Like, this is BAN shit. It's like what is wrong with us as a group that something like this shows up, right? Something like this shows up. And instead of just, instead of just like, oh, well, these motherfucking crackers is crazy, right? We there going up there and sliding down like some damn fools, injuring ourselves on purpose. Out of this, I don't know, maybe this blind trust in this white boy. But, even on that note, though, I want to say this. See that this kind of thing is, in retrospect, a waste of damn money. Right? Maybe you could repair it. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck want to go down to some big ass slide with bumps. Obviously, you can obviously take out the grooves, but even then, you will be fucking going at a very fast speed down this thing. I mean, maybe a skateboarder might appreciate this, but again, you'll probably fucking hurt yourself. Either way, this is a huge expense. And it kind of tells you about how state resources, state allocation, particularly when you talk about different sorts of economies, particularly without private enterprise. Because if somebody privately built this, they just wasted a lot of money. If the state publicly built this, then they just wasted a lot of public money. And that's a big difference. But yeah, dumbass shit. I don't even know what more to say about that. It's just classic BAN shit. Tyler's like, people pay for money for that? I'm pretty sure they did. Just dumb shit. Let's see what this is. So Tyler says, getting caught up in celebrity entertainment has not done anything which benefits us. No, the celebrities are fucking jokes. I don't know if I put up that one celebrity. There was this one celebrity recently who got caught with another murder or some shit. Although he was already been murdered or something like that. Tantan says, that's hilarious. They get up to. I hope it did its job, lived up to its name. I'm not sure what Tantan's talking about. I think she's talking about the slide. But yeah, some dumb shit. These motherfuckers. But anyway, we're gonna change to the thing. So I can't do my transition videos. I don't think there's any ABA this week though, surprisingly. Yeah, there's no ABAs. Although we're gonna look at this video of this alphabet. So there's a lot of mangina this week. First one I want to talk about is this one. Like, first off, you a grown ass man. Why are you letting these kids like what is your mental health word to you? So we're gonna talk about mental health. And we need to really talk about mental health. I'm not going to hold y'all. We talk a lot about therapy. Look at this shit.
Run, run, run.
Oh! You're good.
Run, run, run.
Oh!
All right, so basically you guys can tell. Now, obviously this is a white boy, so it's not like who really cares. But the reality is this sport, so like, all right, this white boy is probably going to be like, oh my gosh, this is not for me. And he goes to his regular life. He probably got a headache or something. This black kid, though, is probably going to be like, this is my fucking sport. And then he's going to fucking lose his fucking mind. Maybe it's going to take him like 15 years. Maybe it's going to take him 20 years. I don't know. But if you keep rushing people with your damn head, you keep headbutting people, you're probably going to lose your fucking mind. Like you're doing your own brain trauma. And the thing is this, what the hell is your mental health worth? Because you're doing all this. You're doing all this in order to possibly become a professional 15 years in the future, to perhaps become a professional headbutter, so that you can get millions of dollars to headbutt other people. And it's like, yeah, I know millions of dollars is good, so that's like, yeah, but like, what is it freaking worth? Like, what is your life really? You can apply yourself to anything. Now, you probably won't get $1 million doing anything. But you could apply your life to anything. You have a parent who is actively in your life, right? Your father or your mother is actively advocating for your individual well-being, looking positively forward to your future, right? And hoping for your wealth. Why don't they just sit you down and put you into something scholarly? Your own parents who are actively engaged in your life, why don't they put you in something scholarly? And look, I'm not saying that, there's no such thing as a head injury for what parents would do for you. Because I'm always interested in, enrolling my son into martial arts class. And I completely understand that at some point somebody might just kick him in the head. Hopefully he has a helmet on when they do. But, it is what it is. However, I don't look at him as doing this in order to gain wealth. I don't look at him doing this professionally so that men that are 300, 400 pounds can bash him in the head. Part of it is, I want you to have some discipline. And I want you to, have some social environment, where you can be your physical self. Sure, that's a good part of sports. But if the sport is knowingly giving people head concussions, giving people mental illnesses or mental disabilities, then why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to your children? So this is a mangina situation because I'm pretty sure the father's active. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not gonna hold you guys. But if the father isn't active, it's like, come on, dude. This is what your son's doing. This is what your son's doing. Like, clearly, you need to man up. Clearly, you need to man up and be like, yo, you know what? This is not for my son. I know you probably like, well, what about the mother? Like, I mean, it don't matter. It don't matter at this point. Let's see what the 10 cents says. Sports should not be at the cost of mental health. Yeah, and then Tyler says, or physical health. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, because I mean, like, you know, you see the white boy's father knows. You already know the white boy's father's like, nah, you ain't doing that shit no more. Leave this to these fucking Negroes. So look at it. I'm saying like here, this one's I'll punch you in the face. I'm not gonna hold you. Now I don't know if there's music playing, so I might not be able to play it. But look at this shit. Would you all be down for this?
We usually had date nights, but we went it last night.
Okay, so you guys hear it. I think it's music in the back, so I'm not gonna play the music. But basically, he's like, "Yo, I'm preparing for date night. Look how nice I look. Yo, look how nice she look. Okay, she looking good. He looking good, and it's date night, right? He's like, I gotta make sure I got it going right. Ooh, my beard fixed. You like, okay, black love. Let's see it. Let's do it. And then it's like, oh, they're at the restaurant. Cheddar's. She's at Texas Road. What the fuck? This motherfucker sitting in a restaurant. He's sitting in a restaurant. Now, the dude look kind of big, so I'm not going to hold you. Maybe I wouldn't punch him in the face. But, like, the dude's sitting in a restaurant. She's sitting in a different restaurant. They got dressed up. So, like, yeah, maybe I wouldn't fight this motherfucker. He kind of big. But, you know, she fine. He's all right, you know. They getting dressed up, getting so for a date night. You know? He got to make sure his energy right. And he going to eat at Cheddar. She going to eat at Texas Roadhouse. And they going to be cheering through the fucking camera. Bomba clot. You know what I mean? Look. I ain't going to hold y'all. During the pandemic, I did do like my little zoomies. You know what I mean? I did my little zoomies. But I ain't never fucking went nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I was in my motherfucking robe. Okay? I was in my robe. In my motherfucking bed. In my motherfucking living room. In fact, motherfucking in this motherfucking room. You know? And if the robe slipped open, the robe slipped open. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't motherfucking do anything. Like I ain't gonna, go order some steak and look at this man, shrimp and butter biscuits. You know what I'm saying? Or potatoes or whatever that is, right? Cheese potatoes. I ain't gonna do none of that. You know, drink a fucking drink at a fucking restaurant looking like a motherfucking fool. Like motherfucker, man. I'm sorry. I mean, like, part of me is like, yeah, I would, like, if the motherfucker wasn't so built, I would probably punch him in the fucking face. I ain't gonna hold y'all. You know, I assess the threat. You know what I mean? Tyler says, there was this murder in Texas that happened at a youth football game. Adult males had an altercation with a youth football game, which ultimately led to a shooting. Yeah. Motherfuckers is crazy, man. Kofi says, could have used a restaurant background on the Zoom. Yeah, I mean, nah, look, man, I'm not even doing that shit, man. Like, I'm not even fucking going to no fucking restaurant over the fucking internet. Like, maybe I might order some, what's it called? Uber Eats or Grubhub, right? I might do that shit, if we both, like, real talk, I'm not even doing that. Like at best, I watch a fucking movie online. I wouldn't. Like, I'm not dressing up, going to a restaurant to sit down with a motherfucking laptop. That's like too fucking much. That's too much. Tanzan says Tony's not spending any money. Nah, I ain't spending more motherfucking. I mean, look, I would buy a woman Uber Eats or Grubhub, or I send some food to her house. You know what I mean? Like, I would do that. But like, it's the whole dressing up to be by yourself. That's stupid. You know, like, that's just stupid. Like there's no reason to dress up by yourself. You know? Like, there's no reason to. You know? Like, that's just dumb. Like it's like the whole point of a date is to get with a woman, get her comfortable being in your presence, and maybe to undress her later. Like the whole idea that you just go on date to sit down in front of a fucking, like, this is just to eat together. That's stupid. Why would I go outside for that? That's pathetic. I ain't gonna hold you. That's like, okay, Hep think that was okay, but nah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about that. Like, I would have just stayed home and just ordered food. Like, cause that's just embarrassing to me. To me, it's like, why the fuck am I sitting down with a computer, like talking and laughing with a computer? Like, it's just so dumb. I don't know. It's to me, it's just, yeah. Like, the dude wasn't big. Like, the dude's kind of big, so you know, he might punch me back harder than I punch him. So I might have to like really rough his ass up. You know what I mean? Like, might have to like club him in the back of the head while he ain't looking and just like, fucking beat the shit out of this motherfucker. I might have to do that. Like, it's not just gonna be a punch. You know what I'm saying? I might have to do that fentanyl thing Tyler was talking about. I might just like, put that shit on his laptop. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? That's how these white boys think. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I know y'all like, hey, the white boy thing. Forecast is like, why are they doing that? If you already out, why not go with her? Exactly. Do they live far apart or something? Like, it's possible they live far apart, but it's like stupid. Or they might probably be doing the monkeypox thing, like, oh, I'm gonna wear, I don't know. I just would not get dressed up. That's just fucking weird. I ain't gonna hold you. So like, that's a big pass. Cause like, even like if you like talking to a woman right now and you're like, hey, would you like to have a virtual date? She's like, no. A lot of women right now would say no. Like during the height of the pandemic, they probably would say yes. Right now it's like, no, fucking meet me. Cause it's like, you gotta know what you're dating for. Like, whatever these, like, some women will tell you, well, I'm dating to get to know you. And it's like, you can fucking know me. I realize, man, tell them that they can fucking know. If you're a homebody, let them know you fucking from the house, because that's what the fuck you are. Like, if you're a homebody. If you, like, nobody's going to get to know you by you going to a fucking restaurant by yourself, unless that's what you do. And if you do that, then you're fucking weird. No disrespect to the people that do that, but, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, talking over the fucking computer is fucking weird. Anyway. That's whatever. So this is another y'all weird. So there's just more weirdness going on. Oh yeah, these motherfuckers online. Yo, so I saw this shit late at night. Hopefully it don't show nothing else. I saw this shit late at night. That time of the night. And you're like, what the fuck does this mean? So this was it was 3 a.m. That time of the night. Y'all know what this means? Like, what is with, like, I told you about this shit before. I told y'all the other guy was like, a lot of people are just lonely and feel, they need attention. You know what the fuck this is? I think he's saying, so what I found out from the comments, because I'm just like, what are they talking about? What does this even mean? Like, is this some sort of code? Is the image loading or something like that? Y'all, anybody know what this means? If you know what this means, just get out. No, I'm just, no. But for real though, you know what this means? This means right here that they are going to watch porn. And so because they're going to watch porn, and a lot of people agree with this. A lot of people like this. 40,000 people like this. 3,000 people retweeted it. And this was like late at night tweet. This means they're going to watch porn. And so because they're going to watch porn, they want their screen to be unlocked from, I guess, like so that you can see the wide view as opposed to the, the horizontal view as opposed to the vertical view, right? And like people are just, yeah, man, I feel you. I thought I was the only one. I'm not gonna scroll through the comments just in case, there's like motherfuckers posting shit. But it's like, yeah, like this is a thing among your people where fucking loser, right? Will although he got a lot of subscribers. He said he got 217,000 subscribers on YouTube. I wonder what the fuck he do. But yeah, this is a thing where people, and this is actually a popular guy apparently, right? Will go online and be like, hey guys, guess what? 130,000 fucking followers? What the fuck? He will go online and be like, hey, it's that time of the night for me to masturbate. And people are just going to be like, yeah, I feel you. Me too, that's what I'm going to do. And this is actually a big population because like 130,000 people, that's a lot of, that's like more people than, we get on Tariq Nasheed, I think. But I think it's probably more people than Tariq Nasheed. So yeah, that's a thing. This is a thing. This is like bigger than the fucking ADOS movement. This is a thing of black folk. Yeah. Fucking, Mangina is another one. Anybody have a comment on that? Nobody. Yeah, it's just fucking weird. I'm just gonna say it. So, yeah, nah, y'all weird. Anyway, so this is why would she? This is actually an interesting story. I think this is one of the telltale stories that black men tell about black women. I feel like this John D guy, I saw him a couple of times. I feel like I'm going to block him later. I don't think he's a real person. He says, Choi, and he murdered her. Should we feel pity for this lady? Now look at this. Like this guy, I feel like I'm going to have another one of his stuff, but I think I'm going to freaking block him. Because he's like a mangina. All right. Good morning, Obi. Is it Sharon? How are you? Which Sharon? It is Sharon. No, it is Sharon. How are you? Which Sharon? It is Sharon Ize from your department back then in school. Huh, Sharon. Now, of course, this could be a guy just typing himself. Huh, Sharon. What's up? How did you get my number? It is from the group chat. I did not know you are there. The cop rep told me. Is. Okay. How is it over there? It's been a long time. I don't understand. Over where? You abroad, no? You have been hiding it, but I know. I even saw the house you built for your mom and the other one you built for yourself. You're a rich guy now. Ooh, it's God's grace. But who told you all these things? I found out. Odima, how's your fam? I'm not married yet. Eda, Endo, you will marry, okay? Amen. Oh, right? I know, right? My Tanzania thinks my West African's good, but you know. Tanzania got an East African ear, right? Anyway, he goes, Amen. Oh, come marry me nah. Laugh my ass off. You're not just well at all. I'm serious, Obi. You want me back then in school. Swears you not all right. So this is after 6:40 p.m. He comes back on at 11 a.m. Swears you not all right. Yeah, I want you back then in school, but you said I wasn't up to your class because you had sugar daddies carrying you with their cars and gifting you. You thought that was life, so all of them don't leave you. They don't marry you. Now you want to carry expired body to Obi. Get off and don't disturb my peace. Okay? Okay. So, you know, obviously some of the comments. I'll look at the first comment right here. You guys can see on the right. I don't want to scroll through because you never know what's going to happen on Twitter. It says, nature is kind to women, but time hates them. Nature is cruel to men, but time is kind. Right? All right. A lot of guys are celebrating this. My thing is this. Look. It goes back to the comments right here, right? Or this thing. These guys are like, hey, you didn't date me when we were in school together and I had nothing. And it's like, yeah, well, why would she? Why would she? You know, the thing with a lot of manginas, honestly, is that they have this angst against women, for women passing over them when they were fucking losers. And it's like, the big question is, why would any woman want to fucking date a loser? You know, so one time I went out to this event, and it was dry, right? But I saw this brother there, right? He gave me his respects, you know, I showed my respects back, right? But he wasn't, he showed up on the prowl, okay? He's on the prowl, standing on the middle of the fucking dance floor, looking like a motherfucking creep, okay? Eventually, now, obviously the event was trashy. The event was trash, so it's not like he would have been successful one way or the other. But the reality is this. He looked like a fucking loser. He looked like a creep, okay? And part of me wanted to, pull him aside and be like, yo, my dude, you got to clean up. You got to fix up. But I didn't because, you know, whatever, right? Either way, because I recognized that in me. I recognize back when I used to go to motherfucking places and look like a motherfucking creep. Look like a motherfucking stalker. Look like I'm looking to engage a woman. Looking like I'm ready to pounce, ready to prowl. You know, I'm ready to get something and be rejected. And he's probably beating himself up right now. Probably sitting down somewhere right now thinking, oh, my life sucks. Nobody likes me. And it's like, yeah, nobody should. Who the fuck should like you? It's like this guy with I think it's, you know, he says Sharon. I think he's Obi or something like that. Why should Sharon like Obi when there are richer men who are offering to her? Richer, more established men offering themselves to her. Why should she like Obi? This is some deferred, Obi might become something. How do you fucking know Obi's gonna become something? And if the fact is this, that how do you even know Obi's interested in women? If Obi's dressing like some motherfucking idiot, because like back in the day, I tell you, man, I remember back, cause I used to like go places with my dude. My dude's like, man, you gotta get some better shoes, Oni. You gotta get some better shoes. You might want to comb your hair a little bit, or something, and also like don't look like don't act like you're too nervous and all that kind of shit. Like he would give me some game, I'd give him back in return, obviously, but it's like, if you are not put together, then why should a woman overlook you, or why should a woman overlook a man who is put together to go for you? And that's the thing that a lot of these manginas don't understand. That why should a woman overlook the men who are put together for the men who are? And then when you put yourself together, why should they not look at you all of a sudden? This is common sense. It's like when it comes to the ugly duckling. A lot of women go through like ugly duckling stuff, Or even like this. I was sitting down next to this woman on the bus the other day. Oh yeah, I was listening to this woman on the bus the other day. She has a nice complexion, nice and dark complexion. She was huge though. Okay, now normally, not right now, but normally, and she thought she was cute. She's taking pictures of herself for her Instagram or something. She's not attractive in the least, based off of how big she is, right? And it's like, this same woman will say, if she loses weight, she will say, oh, you guys weren't looking at me when I was big. Yeah, we're not supposed to. Because the reality is, the only thing I want to tell you when you're big is go lose some fucking weight. And you don't want to hear that. That's out of place for me to tell you to go lose weight. But yeah, nobody's supposed to be hitting on you. Seriously. Like, no quality man is supposed to say, you know what? You look like you'd be good when you lose weight. Because the reality is this, a lot of women who are big do not lose weight. So what's he going to sit around? Wait for you to lose weight? Wait for you to decide? And he's not going to tell you to lose weight? Because you thinking you're nice when you got the weight on. It's like you can't fault people for not going for the people who are not going for themselves. Anyway, let's see what the comments are. Tan says, yes, it's serious. It doesn't make sense. Forecast says, how did that many people know what it meant? When did they have to agree on that being the sign? Yeah, I don't even know. Like legit, I have no idea, because I'm just sitting there like, what is this, right? Tanzan says it's hammer time. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a reference to I don't know if that's a reference to the screen lock thing, or if that's a reference to this, but I'm not even gonna entertain that. Hep says, are you married? Nah, I once upon a time, and that was a mistake. And Tanzan says, amen. Oh yeah. Once upon a time I was married. Let's see what the comments are. Let's see what the thing is. So it says, so now we're gonna get to the therapy thing. So you won't have any advocates. This story really touches me because you will never have any advocates in this world. This is one of the reasons why I tell y'all that America is just like, it's just gonna be such a hard area for you. Okay? So he says, again, please keep pretending. People keep pretending. So this is a black man complaining, whining for no reason. Pan-African communist, right? Again, people keep pretending that therapy is the panacea for social conditions black men face, and these be the therapists. And you're like, okay. So now this is a black woman who promoted this video, right? And now look, a lot of people, well, actually it's not that many people, really, but a lot of people are like, yeah, like a lot of people trash this lady's video to the point where she got fired, right? So it says TikTok can actually be a gem. I love this. Open your fucking mouth. Men, come listen, right? Now this lady is emotional. This is a cute little lady. She looks kind of like my cousin, low-key. I guess that's not the weird. I guess that's the weird way to say that somebody is cute. But You see how I like muted quite a few people. It's like, not gonna lie, I don't get the pushback to this video. She's colloquial for a particular hoodish clientele, and she's pushing a worthwhile narrative to suit her training and agenda. So what's the problem? It's weird to call women bitches, but she isn't the first. Like, she's not the first woman to call women bitches, right? So I'm gonna play this video, and then you guys, I mean, because a lot of people are like, ugh. Now, what's cool is that she kind of slaps her butt at the end, so it's like I can't be mad at anything like that. Well, anyway, yeah.
Vocabulary. It's so your life. Say you need to expand your emotional vocabulary. It's so your life can be easier. Don't you want to be able to communicate with your bitch? I think yes, right? Long gone are the days where you can just shut down. Bitches is not tolerating that. Like, it used to be where men provided financially or with schmeat, and bitches can make their own self come and we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up on the emotional part. If a bitch is telling you, I need you to communicate more, open your fucking mouth. But you know what I realized? And let me back up. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men. Black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even have the words to express how you're feeling. So when you expand your vocabulary and knowledge of what you are experiencing, because y'all are human beings who experience feelings and emotions and don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all ain't had to choke that shit down since 2016. Anyway, if y'all are not in therapy, expanding your emotional vocabulary, your life just off top is going to be more difficult. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you expand your awareness of yourself. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you understand how you can navigate in this bitch. This fucking weird ass world that is so hard on y'all. Like, let's acknowledge that the world is very difficult for y'all, but y'all are not making it any easier, bro. You're not. When bitches are telling y'all to go to therapy, it's not for us, it's for y'all sad motherfuckers. Go to therapy, talk about that shit that's on your chest. You don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all are doing a disservice to y'allself. And so let me sum this shit up. Y'all told bitches to elevate our standards. And at the cost of us elevating y'all standards, y'all got axed because y'all didn't elevate either. Bitches are not tolerating emotional abuse, emotional neglect. Step it up. Go talk to somebody. Go expand your emotional vocabulary so your life can be better, bitch. All right. Go in peace.
Okay, so it's goofy, it's cute, it's, you know, it's weird. It's kind of low-key like the loser thing, but, you know, like I said, she kind of reminds you of, like, family or something, you know what I mean? Like she's trying, you know? She's like, look, I'm communicating to these men, and I'm trying something. You know, I'm going to communicate to them in a way that's, you know, whatever. And I mean, it's probably not her cultural background. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem to flow off of her. Like, she don't seem ratchet enough to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she seems like she's from, you know, she's kind of from a bougie background, but she's still like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to these hood brothers. You know what I mean? I'm going to reach out to these hood brothers because that's my clientele. I want to try something with them. I want to improve their lives. Right? For me, it's like, I don't really see the problem. You know what I mean? I know on Bit of Medicine, they showed another video of her, you know, promoting, I think it was like hoeing or something. But again, like, I don't see the problem. If you trying to connect with ratchet folk, right? I don't mind. You know what I mean? Let's see. Lero's here. Tanzan says large ladies need love too from large men. Yeah, exactly. Shit, boy. You know, I mean, there's this cartoon. It's called Family Guy, and this is pervert type character. His name is Quagmire, and he's like, big girls need love too. They just need to pay. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know, they ain't getting free. Anyway, Kenta says only large men. Greetings to Kenta. Lero says you really agree with the video, bro. Yeah, I mean, like for me, it's like I don't see nothing. I don't see what could, like, I see somebody trying something. I see a human being trying something. You know? Real Black Gentleman's here. He says, what's up? Forecast says to Ra, how you doing? Keta says, didn't Kevin Samuels say the same stuff to women? I don't know. Did Kevin Samuels? I don't know. I think Kevin Samuels, the difference between Kevin Samuels and this person, I feel like this person likes black people. They just express it weird. Whereas I know Kevin Samuels did not like black women. You know what I mean? Like nobody, like this is a person who says that 90% of her clientele are black men. You know what I mean? Which means that she's like connecting with black men actively, you know, and giving them therapy, right? And she's just, you know, she uses her sexuality and her quirkiness to maybe like disarm them and like make them relate to what she's saying, you know? And that's it. Let's see. So I think Kevin Samuels just hated black women, honestly. Like that guy just like, there's nothing in me that makes me think that this dude liked the black women. I mean, he was calling women mid, which was appropriate, but that's about it. Leno says she messed up by talking about her clientele. Still, what she said was kind of clown. Well, again, I don't see, like I saw Lero she's talking about her clientele. I don't see her saying anything particularly, like I don't see her mention anybody's name. You know, like you know, Victor, you know, he likes to, you know, smell panties from, you know, like I don't see her saying nothing like that. Like, I mean, I just saw her saying that most guys need to expand their emotional vocabulary, which is something that black folk will say. And I think she's just cussing while she's saying it, which is, again, you know, it's like with regard to this podcast right here. You know, if you guys look at some of my older videos, it's some scholarly, you know, like it's like a 20-year-old scholar, just whatever. You know, I'm not. I obviously don't sound like the hoodish, right? And if I were to do that, you know, somebody might be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But like again, like it would obviously be me trying to relate to people who I know, like you know, trying to be related. Like just that's it. Just an attempt at trying to get into contact with people, right? I don't necessarily see like I don't see what she did as necessarily like wrong. It's weird, but like I don't really think black folk. I never really looked at black folk as not being weird. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's see what this the comment says. Jigan says facts. Big girls need love too. They just have to pay. Exactly. You know what I mean? Jigan says they like black men as long as they submit. This woman? Yeah, I mean, like I it's like again, like that's like that's a thing. That's a thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to act like I've never come across a black woman who didn't like a black man to submit. You know what I mean? Like that's just a like it's just an idiosyncrasy. Do I think that that's something to get somebody fired? No. I don't think that's something to get somebody fired. Raw says most not know there is a difference between a human being and a human seen. Okay, yeah. Jigan says these sisters think they're morally superior to black men. I mean, she's a therapist. I wouldn't put it past her. So like again, like I feel like she has a clientele, so she does that. Raw says man and man kind of difference. Overstand? You understand? Some people are kind of men, some people are men. Trigger Happy says she also kind of makes it seem like women are more emotionally intelligent. Also in an apology video, once again, it was a black woman bearing the burden. It's unilateral. This like I don't believe that women our community have heightened emotional intelligence. I mean, a lot of people think that though. You know what I mean? Like it's not like what I say with the emotional intelligence with the women thing is that a lot of people think this. Like I remember back when I was younger, people were like what I said, like you know, like go back to the Obie and Sharon thing. Like when I was younger, women would overlook men the same age as them and be like, the trouble is that men don't mature as quickly as women. Now bear in mind, I'm like a freaking, you know, physicist to be at this point. And women are like, yeah, you're not as emotionally, you're not as cognitively developed as I am. And it's like, okay. Like I'm not going to, like again, it's like a common opinion that men are rational and logical and women are emotional and sometimes irrational. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like you just writing that whole thing. Cause you will always, like what Kenta was saying, like you would hear Kevin Samuels say something like that. Like women are more emotional and men are more rational. Like that's like not just Kevin Samuels. That's like like a lot of black folk will tell you women are more emotional and men are more rational. You know, so I don't even like I'm not even like I wouldn't be like that's a like I wouldn't like that's just an American quirk, like a Western quirk. Like the Westerners always like it's not even like it's not unique to her, you know? It's not like she was saying something that was different. Cuz I remember the first time I actually tuned into somebody told me to tune into Kevin Samuels. He was talking about that women are more emotional. And I was like, that's so stupid, and I just turned it off. Like, I wouldn't listen to it personally. But again, like it's like I wouldn't call up Kevin Samuels' job and fire him over it. You know what I mean? Keda says, she's bringing the message across terribly. That women of our... Yeah. Let me see. There's a lot of comments right here, so let me try to catch up. Lero says, as a healthcare professional, you're still not supposed to do that. Imagine I'm going, like, talking about my patients, even with no names. Black women don't need therapy, too? Yeah, all right, LOL. Later on, you're gonna see that this lady needs some therapy because she's like flipping out. But anyway, she said, you're still not supposed to do that. LOL. Imagine I'm going. Yeah, no. I mean, I think that generally speaking, that's what you do. Like I said, you know, y'all realize Amos Wilson was a psychiatrist, right? And Amos Wilson would say generic things about his psychiatry practice. You know what I'm saying? Generic things about your psychiatry practice. I don't think that's you as a medical professional talking about your patients. I don't think that's because like I remember like one of the first time I heard Amos Wilson, and that was like 15 years ago. Okay, I'm not like some of y'all just heard about the dude like 2 years ago, but like 15 years ago, I was first video I saw this dude. He was like, he told me one of these things that still like I still remember, which is he was like a lot of black boys who are in prison. He was like doing like psychiatry stuff for black boys in prison. And he's like, a lot of those black youth are there because they're defending their mothers, right? Because sometimes like the boyfriend, the mother's boyfriend would fight the mother, and then the black boys would fight the boyfriend, and then they would end up in prison over that, you know? And, you know, he was saying that because, you know, black people love their mothers, and that was confirming some of the stuff that I understood about black people too. So, but like, yeah, Amos Wilson said that. Now imagine somebody calling up Amos Wilson's job and saying fire him for saying like that doesn't make any sense. Like it's not because it's not really. I don't. Like I saw you saying that about the medical professional thing, but I don't see it. It's like she's not naming names. She's not really dropping anything generic. I mean, she's not dropping anything that's outside of generic. She's just saying a general pattern that she recognized, and I'm not going to fault the sister for that. Trigger Happy says also men and women bounce off each other, and I think our problem is the harm of each other. Again, not unilateral, which I think is mainly her problem. No, again, she's saying that 90% of her clients are men. And most of the work is working on their emotional intelligence. I do think that she thinks that black women need therapy, but I think that the general, like not just her, like again, her professional experience. Amos Wilson, same thing. Amos Wilson was working with black boys, so he started saying things about black boys. Was he going to say, like, does that mean that black women don't need? No, he's just saying that that's what his focus was, and I think she's saying her focus was on black boys too, which is just a thing, you know. I'm not really faulting her on that. Let's see. Then there's a lot of comments. What the fuck? I was gonna show you the other stuff. Kenneth says the idea that women are some naive, weak vessels who are always in tune with their emotions is just false. Yeah, obviously. Plus, as someone who's worked in psych, that emotional vocabulary, emotional intelligence stuff was straight rubbish. Yeah, but that's what she works in psych too. You know what I mean? I remember you put up something that said that she was training for 10 years for that. Lero says, Carter says Lero is very true. Trigger Happy says, yeah, it's a lot of people think this, Oni. It's still a terrible misconception. And if she's a therapist, she must leave that behind. By thinking this, it's as if she say that emotions of men are entirely the problem. This is merely a white man of the black community type of jazz, a common feminist form of reputation. Her intentions are good, but the message is distorted. Now, again, like, would I get somebody fired over something that I disagree with, but that they agree with? No. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to say that I'm like free market. But the reality is that if she has, like, here's the reality. I might have a good idea and she has a good idea. She goes through 10 years of school to practice her idea, and I go through 0 years of school, right? And the idea now is that if she has active clients who are actively enjoying their sessions with her and probably actively benefiting from their sessions with her, right? Then why in the world am I going to get her fired? Because I disagree with something. Or why should she Like, why should her clients be deprived of her services because I disagree with something based off of what I've read when I've never studied psychiatry? You get what I'm saying? Like, sure, do I look at the emotional thing? No. But is that something, like, I remember when I was listening to one of the Bit of Medicine on the Breeze podcast, this dude was talking about how if you, not this dude, oh, damn, what was his name? But the good brother, I think his family's from Nigeria. Gas him up. Gas him up was saying that when he was working for the, like he was working in some sort of field, and some police officers were there. And the police were saying that when you go into a black house, unlike when you go into another person's house, when you go into a black house, you got to talk to the woman like she run the house. Because if you don't talk to the woman like she run the house, she's going to tell you she run the house. You know what I mean? Now, this is what the police are saying. Now, is it true that every black woman runs the house? No. Is it true that every black woman will say, hey, you know what? I run the house. No, it's not true. Right? But if you recognize a pattern, or if you recognize a way of reaching out to a people, then you might get taught that that's what you're supposed to do. And it might be a misinterpretation of the situation, but it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not in the fucking field of going to people's houses. So I could say, hey, that's wrong. You can't say black women run the house of black families. I could say that. But it don't matter on a practical level. It don't matter what's true or what's false on a practical level. Lero says, being more emotional or being more rational doesn't make one emotionally intelligent. No, but I think when people go to therapy, that's what they want. Let's see what this is. Let me just keep going, I guess. I'm going to try to catch up. Jagan says, but we see too many women nowadays being emotionally retarded. Yeah, of course. Okay, so the black anti-misandry crowd got her fired. Yeah, they did. Peace to Honorable Amos, Dr. Amos, yep. Dragon says, who was Amos Wilson's employer, though? Like, you signed contracts for a lot of stuff. Working for yourself, sure. Do you do what you want? Still unprofessional. Amos Wilson worked he was a professor at the New School. So there's like I remember, in fact, somebody who told me I should go to the New School. But the New School is like it's a white university. So he was working at a white university. Same as Dr. Marimba Ani. She was working at Hunter College. And same as Dr. Clark. He was working at Hunter College. They all worked for white folk. So all their employers were for white people. Trigger Happy says, now her apology video once again made it seem like the emotions of black men is harming the community as opposed to the unilateral conception. She said women are hurting. I'm gonna play it soon. It makes it seem like black women shit don't stink too. We all stink. No one got her fired, bro. An article did. No one called her job and fired her. They saw an article and she fired. Maybe they called her job. Maybe indirectly because the backlash created those articles. But again, a black woman made the article and her boss saw it. Yeah, I'm not trying to blame black women or blame black men. She got fired because she compromised the integrity of her clientele and the company she works for. Her credentials employers are public information. She should know that. Folks got it, though. Well, I mean, again, it's not like this video is not something to fire somebody over. Therapy don't work when you're lying to yourself and a therapist. Yeah, I'm not really like into therapy per se. Obviously, I think this woman also needs therapy. But I mean, I'm not into therapy, but I think this woman needs therapy. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily whatever. So let's see what the next thing is. I mean, again, it just became some gender dispute when it didn't have to. That video was cute, at best. It was a little awkward, but it was cute at best. So it's like, I think blaming other people for that lady getting fired is crazy because that was 100% her fault. It was unprofessional. So people are going to throw around the word unprofessional, and partly because she used the bitch word, right? Which is like, that's exactly how, like, if I didn't know better, that's exactly how black folk talk in America. I'm just surprised she didn't use the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically. And now she's doing the same thing that got her fired in the first place, so she hasn't clearly learned anything. That was entertaining, but y'all are painfully stupid, so time to mute and turn the comments off. I'm going to leave this here. I don't know why it's so hard for y'all to use your brains, but we see people lose their jobs, even their spots at school, over the internet. I agree with what she said, but it was unprofessional, so I'm not surprised it came to this consequence. So again, the idea is that it's unprofessional. And look, the reason why I really care about this, I'll tell y'all this. So, like I said, you're not going to have any advocates. Because some people sometimes they say, Oni, why didn't you finish your PhD? Because I was studying for a PhD in astrophysics. And I said to myself, if I were to go through with my PhD, somebody would have just said, like, they would have stripped me of my PhD. Because some black person or some white person would say, Oni has this sort of opinions. Oni is not professional. right? And when they do that, they're going to take my PhD and they're going to take my job. You understand? So as a young black person, I was like in my 20s or even younger than that, right? Like I'm probably like 19 or something. I made the conscious decision to say, you know what? I'm not going to finish this PhD. I'm not going to, because I already know my people are going to turn against me. I know these white folk are going to turn against me. I know I'm going to put years into something and then folk are just going to say, you know what? Fuck you. As black men, it's widely, and look again, black men being victims. As black men, it's widely apparent now that the people who hate us, and again, I didn't see any hate from this lady. Hate us are becoming teachers, lawyers, even therapists, just so they can continue to persecute us. But this time with legal certification. Knowing this, we can't just leave black boys in the wild to fend for themselves. And this thing is, the reality is this, you are leaving black boys in the wild to fend for themselves. So it's just kind of stupid. I'll be honest, it's just kind of stupid. It was just kind of stupid. Here's the next one. It's like, we can't leave people to defend themselves. And it's like, what do you think you're doing? So this is the video that she's now. Well, the way she's hyping this video, I would say this lady needs therapy. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let me see what the comments are like though. Jagan says it's about playing dirty pool. I didn't subscribe to Kevin Samuel paradigm, but I listened to him fairly hold up the values of that paradigm. He didn't play dirty pool. I don't know what dirty pool is. I think Kevin Samuels was definitely, like, I think Kevin Samuels hated black women. I'm not again, like anybody who dies in the legs of a Latina woman is just like, come on. Like this motherfucker did not even, like he didn't even fuck black. Like this woman, you could tell at least like sleeps with black men. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I could respect her for that. Like Kevin Samuels was just like he would have Latino women talk shit about black women. Like that's just like weird. Like imagine this woman just having a bunch of white men talk shit about black men. That would be different. She's not doing that. She's just saying, hey, get your emotional intelligence up, which is like, again, it's just a catchphrase. It's there's a whole demographic of black women who say things that you don't necessarily agree with, but that's it. They just say things you don't necessarily agree with, you know? It's not unusual. For instance, I told y'all about I had a coworker. It's not unusual for a coworker to be like, man, I hate Hoteps. Or, there's black misogynoir, No, sorry, not black misogynoir. There's misogynoir, and they like that as the term. Again, like that's just the idea that there's intellectual or ideological differences. There's an ideological distribution among black people, and not everybody's going to be like a like everybody's a Garveyite. You know what I mean? So there's some people who are going to be commies. There's some people who are going to be feminists. There's some people and so on and so forth. I'm not gonna hold it one way or the other. Guy in Hollywood Jr. here, he says, Hotep, my brother, pro-black perspective. Hotep, Guy in Hollywood. So yeah, I'm not gonna hold people, by some standard of, well, that's not a Garveyite. Like, yeah, I don't think everybody in America is a Garveyite. So he says, I cannot believe y'all got this therapist fired. Y'all can't stand a woman not coddling you. So she's breaking down like she needs fucking therapy. But this is a person who, like, I don't blame her if she turns against black folk, particularly black men. Even though, it's black women who, black women wrote up the article. I would not hold it against her if she turned against black folk. Like, I wouldn't. I don't expect this type of behavior to be rewarded with, oh, I'm going to devote myself to these people. Because, like, pretty much what it came down to is, I'll just do whatever the white man wants me to do. So if this white man wants me to put black people in therapy and just tell them, you're inferior, you're stupid, whatever, if that's what's not going to get me fired, then that's what I'm going to fucking do. You know what I mean? She tried something, and then she got a backlash that lost her employment. And so now she's going to be, like, if she becomes a race soldier for these white people, don't be shocked. Because she was pretty much trying something. And we kind of just spit in her face for even daring to like us.
Hello, it's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a result. Story time? I think yes. Shit you not, I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence, and I shit you not, by Friday, didn't have employment. All of this started with a Psychology Today article stating that men are lonelier than ever because they have no fucking emotional skills. And I agreed and doubled down and told y'all that y'all lives look radically
So again, so she's saying, look, these white folk published an article. The white folk published an article about men's emotional intelligence. She said, you know what, as somebody who's a therapist, I actually agree that this is a good conclusion. So I'm going to try to increase, I'm trying to communicate to black men, yeah, increase your emotional intelligence so it could improve your life, right? That's the whole premise of this, okay?
Improve if you expanded the shit that came out your mouth. But instead of healing, y'all will do anything but that. Instead of being accountable, like, hey, this bitch see me, and stirred a little bit, y'all got so hurt that you contacted massa. That's exactly what happened. So first the post goes viral on Twitter, cause y'all need fucking help. And y'all wanted to argue with bitches blue till they fucking blue in the face. Some of you hoes is not gonna be saved. And that's the conclusion that I've come to. So because this shit's gone viral, I'm thinking, okay, cool, we starting a discussion on mental health, and people are, you might not like my fucking delivery, but motherfuckers is starting to talk, shaking the tables, I don't give a fuck. But then it turns into this entire crusade of attacking a black woman.
Yeah, look, see, this woman's traumatized, Again, like, this is, like, where you would need therapy, but, like, the reality is this. This is a woman who was, like, yeah, I'm not doing anything for, let's say N-words. Again. You know what I mean?
Who serves the fucking black community. There were comments like...
So again, in her mind, and I don't blame her, but in her mind, she's actively serving the community. She has a degree in, it's like she studied for 10 years. She wants to help black folk. She positions herself to particularly help black men. And 90% of black men, and she's having like a recidivism, like these guys are coming back and they're enjoying her company and enjoying her time and enjoying her lessons or what have you, right? And she's doing a good job, right? She's at her place of employment for how long, who knows? And then because of a video that she puts up, which isn't even, like, again, it's not even that extreme. It's like it uses some extreme language, and it probably relates to an article she read a little bit earlier, right? Just feeling like she can add some help to these black folk, she gets terminated.
I'm gonna find her credentials and report her, because I told y'all to be better? Yeah, y'all are fucking weird. Y'all scream that y'all want to protect women, protect black women specifically, but have done nothing to protect this black woman who has been serving the communities. I have been violated in several areas, and I'm gonna outline each one. This article was written by a fucking black woman, putting my full government and my place of employment. So being doxxed by a black woman can't fake, kind of fucking hurts, and she never once reached out to me or contacted me so I could spend my side of the story. This is the article that spooked my fucking job and got me fired. Not only does she not have any regard for my safety, many other articles have been written as a result. Here are a few of them, just to name a few. Black Twitter has words for therapists scolding men to go. Spooked my fucking job and got me fired. Not only does she not have any regard for my safety, many other articles have been written as a result. Here are a few of them, just to name a few. Black Twitter has words for therapists scolding men to go to fucking therapy. Y'all attacked me and got mad at me because I wanted better for y'all. That's the most crab in the barrel bucket type bullshit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Yeah, you see, she's like infuriated. She's infuriated. Because again, like the first video, it's cute. It's, oh, look guys, I got some nice legs, I got some nice legs. I look cute, but I'm also like, hey, let me help you guys out. This one is like, she's pissed.
A plethora of black men decided to take it upon themselves to call my employment to get me fired.
Just like, y'all should have been calling for services, not to get me fired.
You succeeded, but you succeeded in not the way that you think. If it's one thing about black women is that we're incredibly resilient. This just cleared the table to give me space and opportunity to educate the masses while shaking our asses to healing because y'all got mad because I wanted you to do better. I was told they consulted with shareholders and decided to terminate my contract because I told y'all to go to therapy. That's the world we live in. Cool. That spook.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know. All right, so let's see what the comments are like. Forecast ads. Are you saying another coon being created? I mean, shit. Like, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. Like, what do you do if realistically speaking, you're not really doing no harm to nobody? You know what I mean? Like, you really not harming anybody, and then people just ask you for what is, like, essentially you just saying that you want black men to get more emotional intelligence, which is, like, again, not the worst thing in the world, right? Jagan says a lot of bigots sleep at black women. An entire mulatto class was created. Yep, that's true. Kante, I don't think I've seen Kante before. He says, I don't think she should have been fired, but people most definitely should have called her out, just like Kevin Samuels. Again, that first video, I don't really see what the problem is. I mean, the only thing I saw was that she calls black women bitches, which is a thing I don't encourage, but I'm just like, black women do, like black women, black men do that. And apparently, like, she calls herself a bitch. So I think that's just, you know, like, it's just, like, I'm not saying somebody should be fired for calling, like, the N-word, I think, is a little bit extreme. And again, like, even the N-word, like, among yourselves, I'm not personally going to snitch on the N-word. I don't think it's it's something that I don't like, per se, but, you know, like, I didn't really see the verse video. Like, again, like, the most outrageous thing was, like, calling black women bitches, which is, like, I think that's weird, but I don't think I'd fire somebody over that. Maybe if I, like, again, like, maybe in, like, a Pan-African Nationalist setting, I might be like, yeah, you ain't calling black women bitches. But I don't think that, like, again, like, I don't think that was the complaint against her. So, I mean, it depends. Like, what was the complaint against her? Forecast says, Guy, what's up, bro? Because I don't think what Lero's saying about the lady, because a lot of people are saying that she's unprofessional. I don't think what Lero's saying about her talking about, like, I didn't see her talking about clients. Real Black Genesis, I wasn't even thinking it would go so far. Yeah, exactly. Too much over pursuit. Yeah, it's like just whatever. You know, it's like, okay, I don't agree with this, but maybe somebody wants that service. You know what I mean? It's like what you call it? Like deep fried bananas or something. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't fucking eat it, but maybe somebody else wants to. Or in fact, I think I saw something like that actually. It was like somebody like did like I think it was like deep fried pickle or something like that, or like so something weird, you know. But it's like, I wouldn't personally do that shit, but if that's what you want, like, I'm not gonna like close down the fucking market, you know. Keontae says, right, me either. It didn't even seem that big to me. Trauma response. Yeah, I mean, it didn't seem that big to me. It's like, I don't like, and this was like huge. I'm telling, like, black folk everywhere, just blah 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 blah. Like, black folk calling up her job. This, you know, and it's just like there was like I barely showed y'all how many people responded to that original video, but like a lot of people. Like, in fact, I'll show y'all. It was like I had to mute the word.
Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought.
I had to mute the word therapy and therapist because it was just like all anybody was talking about. So, I mean, hopefully there's nothing fucking weird shows up when you look into, because you don't even know. Like, shit, y'all could just be scrolling Lero's page and you'll see and you'll see like male private parts. So it's just you know, you never know on Twitter. So somebody's like, that was her delivery? No wonder she got sacked. Oh, this is some people in retrospect. The whole thread distant for her. She lost her job because of this video. Okay, now this was like, I want to show the original responses, but let me see. Let's see. You'll know, when I saw the tweet flying around about the black therapist getting fired, I thought this was going to be some real rude, awful studio. This is it. I'm sorry, but some of y'all are complete snowflakes. This doesn't come across me as mean-spirited at all. Yeah, it's not. Exactly. It's like that kind of stuff. Y'all let Kevin Samuels call my women all types fat, ugly, made women feel worthless for feeling fucking desirability. And she's not even degrading anyone. Yeah, she's cussing, but the message is so pure. Men hate women. They hate being held accountable. It's yuck. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not a good look to like get this woman fired over that. Like, just don't go to her fucking services. Not like, it's kind of like, just let the fucking free market decide. Because if some dudes if some dudes like her, and I don't blame them if they like her. You know what I mean? Like I don't blame them if I like her. I mean, she seemed like a fun, like this video right here. I'm gonna have to play it again. This one right here seems like a fun, nice lady. You know?
Emotional vocabulary. It's so your
Like I said,
life can be easier.
Reminds me
Don't
of my
you want to
family,
be able
like
to
a relative.
communicate with your bitch? I think yes, right? Long gone are the days where you can just shut down.
Like, like this is a nice lady. A little bit confused, but like not to the point where it really matters. Because again, you need therapy. Because here's the thing. You have so many options as a black man for therapy. And like, this is not the worst option you're going to get. You know what I mean? This is somebody who's trying to relate, trying to be nice, trying to be kind, not talking over you, trying to talk with you, but also give you slip some game in there. It's like there are some conscious rappers. There are black people who like say, you know what, I'm going to get involved in rap. I could write poetry. I could write books. I could so on and so forth. But I understand that black folk like a beat and like music. So I'm going to write rap for that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what I would do, but it's what I did do one song, right? But still, like, I wouldn't like personally do it, but like, yeah, black folk, like, I don't see it. I don't see it. It's like a disproportionate response. Let me see what the comments are like though. It's bras that need firing, but nah, she wasn't it. Yeah. Like, there's people who need firing, but she wasn't it. So calling her job is crazy, but again, her credentials and employers are public information, which is why, as a healthcare professional, you should be careful about the content you put up. Lero, you know what I mean? Like, Lero, of all the people saying that, Lero, somebody could just go through Lero's. They need to go through Lero's page for like 2 seconds, man. Yeah, like y'all just open up. Like Lero got hashtag F12 in her, in her profile, and she talking about what health professionals should be doing. Man, Lero. Anyway, forecast goes. I don't think anybody should be calling up Lero's job. But I mean, if somebody did over like you know what I mean, I'm not gonna be all well. You gotta be a healthcare professional. Like, come on, like we are black people. You know what I mean? Like, let us do things without whitey. It ain't complicated. Just let us live without white. That's what I'm saying. That's why I told y'all I was in a PhD program. I could have been Dr. Oni. Dr. Fit, but I said to myself, I already know I can't go and do nothing in America. Because of these crackers. I'll be wasting my damn time. Because of these crackers and because of these Ascari. These Ascari will say, you know what? I saw Oni at this meeting. I saw Oni at this radical meeting. And that's it, terminated. And then people are gonna be like, well, as a professor, you should have known that you like. No, I'm not a slave. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to help your people, and you think this is a way to help your people, then why should you not? And why are you going to be punished for that? Why is your well-being and your livelihood going to be threatened based off of you trying to help your people? You know what I mean? And I mean, I know people are like, hey, Kevin Samuels, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if Kevin Samuels was trying to help anybody. I feel like he was just putting down black people, honestly. You know what I mean? I think he thought he could just grift. He could make a buck because, it's like that Tommy Sotomayor guy. You can make a lot of money shitting on black folk. That's what I see that as. I mean, is there a lot of black people that need to be shit on? Absolutely. But would I make a thing shitting on black folk? No. This one was not doing that. That's what I'm gonna say. Like sometimes you gotta look at people's intentions. And as far as the intentions are concerned, it's like, yeah, I mean, even if these white folk don't like, because the thing is this, what is she supposed to do with this information? What is she supposed to do with this information is the question. Forecasters, are you saying another coon being created? Yeah, absolutely. Kenta says this tough love therapy session wasn't good at all. Her language is gutter. Yeah, I mean, it's that her language, but like again, like if you talking about gutter language, like you in America. Well, I mean, Kenta's not in America, but like when you in America, if you not expecting to hear gutter language, then that's another. Like I told you, I had this African American coworker, and she was like using the N-word and stuff, and I was like, could you not use that? And she's like, who the fuck are you? I'm a fucking professor. My family's my family got professors, and all we do is call each other N-word, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, whoa, pause. Like, I just don't want to be called the N-word, right? But it's like, yeah, I mean, in America, gutter language is like it's not even gutter language anymore. You know, like maybe in the Caribbean or maybe in Africa, this is gutter language. In America, this is just like how you say hello. Like I'm telling you, if somebody say, "Yo, what's up, my nigga?" Like I can't pause. You know, like you just heard this float out of me. Yeah. In America, if you are not calling women bitches, and you're not calling black folk niggas, then you're unusual in America. You know what I mean? The way how I talk is actually unusual in America. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you what it is. Like it's actually unusual in America. Like a real talk. Lero says, even if what she said was all good, it's still a fireable offense to most employers, in my experience, because you're not supposed to speak on your work like that. I don't think she was speaking on her work, but you know, look, Lero, you gonna ride that till the cows go home. I don't think anybody else agree with Lero saying that she's thinking about. I did not see anything. She was just like, I read an article on emotional intelligence, and I agree that men need to step up their emotional intelligence. Like I don't see how that's like, again, some psychiatrist wrote about it on a fucking psychology paper, you know, Psychology Today, the biggest magazine, and she just saying she agreed. I don't know if that's, you know, well, you're gonna fire you if you're agreeing with an article. I think that's I don't know. I mean, I know you want to take that angle, Larry. I don't know why, but I don't see it. Real Black Gentleman says, hold on, I gotta go with these comments. Let me see. Larry said I just lied on you. I ain't lying on you, please. I legit saw that shit. You about to edit it, right? Men need therapy from men, period. Yeah, I can see that too, but I could also see a woman trying to, like, I can see, like, again, like it's like for instance, I wouldn't mind giving a woman therapy. I mean, not therapy. Like telling a woman to lose weight. I wouldn't mind. Is it my place? No. Would I prefer if a woman said it? Sure. But like, if nobody else is doing it, I would step up. Sure. In fact, I did once upon a time, and you know, it didn't go well. But let's just say it's a good thing I know how to dodge. You know? Anyway, Larry says, even if what she said was all good, it's still, oh yeah, no. Like, it's why I don't use my real name online, because anybody could look a name up and see my credentials in place. I've worked both past and present. Exactly. Jagan says, oh, you know, I thought Larry was your name. I was like, that's such a weird name. Well, it's a good thing it's not, because now I'm going to say it's a weird fucking name. Jackson says, these types of black women always play the victim Olympics. Like, black women need more protection besides the government protection they already receive. Look, man, I don't blame her for that. I wouldn't blame her for the victim Olympics. Because again, she like legit didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? I don't blame her for feeling like she was persecuted, because she was. Like this was not a small thing. Like the whole, like, black Twitter was like all about therapy for like 3 fucking days. Lero posted on the shit. Alma posted on the shit. A lot of people were posting on this therapy thing, and a lot of people were just like, yeah, she's a fucking problem. I mean, like, I would not say that she. Like, I would not, like this is like one of those circumstances. Like, if I were to post something and then people just like fucking lynched me, like, yeah, I would be fucking angry. Keontae says, I would be pissed too, not gonna lie. Exactly. Like, it's not even like it's not like she did something big, you know? Like, it's not like she did what Lero's saying, which is like, she's like, you know, I got this client who, you know, like, he lives at this address and he does that, you know, and this is a motherfucker, you guys, you know, like, it's not like she did that and then people got on her. It's like, legit, she just called women bitches, which is it's a good thing to be like, stop calling women bitches, but like, that's really all she did, you know? Keta says she's portraying an angry black woman. Yeah, I think she is angry. I think it's a portrayal that's the anger. Keontae says, not denying her, but how does she know it was a black man that called her when a black woman made the article? No, I think she said some people called her job. So I think you could tell who called. I think you can tell when a black man calls your job or not. You know what I mean? I think it's different. Like, I know the black woman wrote the article, but she said that there were people who called her job. And the thing is that there's a lot of fucking BANs right now, because that's what happened with the ABA or the ADOS or the FBA, whatever. There was this one dude. I mean, he said some fuck shit. I ain't gonna hold you guys. I think he was like something about. Oh, that wasn't too fuck shit, but I think he was like, But his past was a little more problematic. But I think he said something like Clarence Thomas' ancestors should have been lynched, some shit like that. And but before that, he also said like worse things about Black Americans. So I'm not gonna hold you guys. But so they call up his job, and they like a bunch of Black men call up his job and sort of stuff because like people are really mobilizing right now. It's men and women, but people are really mobilizing against other Black people. So it's just kind of shitty. But yeah. Harsh Reality says that therapist needs some therapy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she was not calm. Kenda says absolutely. Keontae says it's pronounced Keontae. He says I've been following your channel for a while. I love the vids, but don't usually catch the lives. Well, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate for catching it. This dude say ironically he just had 5 bananas. Nah, see you got to get that job fired right there. And Jagan says didn't she have an interview with Dr. T Hassan? I don't know who that is. Who had an interview with her? Dr. T Hassan is like a motherfucking BAN. He probably led the fucking phone calls. Like that's another one of them manginas. Was it Black men calling a job or was it Black Twitter bots? I don't know if like Tim bots call jobs. I don't know. Trigger Happy says here's the other contradiction as well. If most of your clients Black men, then what is the problem? Is it the problem that they aren't going to the therapy despite your clients being 90% Black men? I think what happens is that she says she just saw an article and agreed and decided to put her 2 cents on TikTok, and she just did it in a cute way, and then she got fired over it. You know what I mean? I don't think it was. Lero says, "Wow, just lied on me. Ain't no male private parts on my Twitter, y'all." Laugh my ass off. Nah, you did retweet some shit. I was looking through Lero's page, because sometimes I'll be like, let me get this page out of my fucking way. But well, I look through her page and some dude, naked ass motherfucker. You can't even recommend it. I think it was like some dude playing basketball, and she's like, "This is so funny," and he's just like just a t-shirt. It's just like, Lara, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why do you think your favorite Pan-African nationalist wants to see that? Anyway, Raw says her started it all. Indoctrinated program, Black minds. You get what you put out. Overstand? Yeah. I mean, look. I guess, again, what could you say, right? Trigger Happy says, is it because Black men lack emotional intelligence? Well, isn't that the reason they go to therapy to fix that? And is that not your job to help them fix that? I think that's what she was doing. She was trying. Hajjali says, as a therapist, she should be more low-key anyway. Nobody wants somebody who's telling their secrets to trying to go viral. Her employees at the end of the day have to worry about customer service. Look, I don't know if she was saying anything secret, though. I feel like she was responding to an article, I feel like again, I think she was being very generic. And like I said, I saw the same thing 15 years ago from Amos Wilson. It was like, he did the same thing. It was just and they're like, oh, all the fucking Black psychiatrists that we know, all the Black psychologists that we know, whether it's Francis Cress Welsing, all that kind of stuff, all of them are basing their observations off of their psychiatry practice or their psychology practice. It's just a normal thing for Black folks to just speak generically enough, and actually, no, sometimes I'm not even gonna hold you. I remember sometimes listening to Amos Wilson, he's not even like, no, I think he was talking about his audience. But some of these people just say what they experience, and I'm not gonna hold it against them. I don't think that's like a firing thing. And I think, like you said, the employers have to deal with customer service only because people are calling about it. I don't think it's different if her clientele was complaining, But I don't think her clientele was complaining. I think now they just lost their favorite psychiatrist. Forecast says Lara. Only simping thinks she cute. She. I don't know. She it's not that she's cute, but she look like she like I said. It's like she alright. You know what I mean? She alright. She alright. It's Trigger Happy says it's rather pathological. You are castigating people for lacking emotional intelligence, despite the fact that they come to you to improve that. I think she was saying that there was I think there was a broader conversation. I think she gave us the context where it's a broader conversation, which is there's this article about men lacking emotional intelligence, and she just kind of put her 2 cents in. I don't think she's talking about her. I think a lot of men. When it comes to emotional intelligence, let's face it, right? Who the fuck knows what that means? You know what I mean? You gotta go to fucking therapy to know what that means. You know what I mean? Most of us don't. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. You'd have to inform me. Honestly, it's like asking somebody. It's like complaining that Black folk don't know what misogynoir is. It's a fucking made up word. You know what I mean? You make up a word, I'm not gonna know what it is until I go to you. You know what I mean? So I don't really see somebody complaining. Like I don't see it, or even like if you go to somebody and you say, like you go to fucking Wisconsin and you're like, a lot of white people don't understand what racism is, right? You know, like yeah, if you I mean, you didn't make up the word, but like if you make up the fucking word, if you have a certain definition of it, then sure, nobody's gonna know what it means until you expose them to it. It's not like everybody's like, I'm not saying like black folk walking around with a psychiatry degree or something, you know, or like an internet psychiatry degree. Look, I heard she was cute. Like people were saying she was cute. Plus, like when she slaps her booty, it's cute. It's like, yeah, you know, kind of like what I would want to have seen. You know, it made the whole video that much more fun and quirky. It was cute. It was cute. Catch says, long gone are the days where you could just shut down. 10 years made her into an insensitive intellectual. I guess, I don't know. Trey Happy says, because newsflash, you individually can't just easily fix something that your own personal history shows you are inadequate at. So you go to an expert. What is an individual supposed to do? Like, go to an expert, I think. Harsh says, OMS, he trying to slide in the DM, get her a new gig. Nah, I ain't trying to slide in no DM. Let me see what this is. I'm trying to catch up with these comments. All right, let's see. Hold on a second. Let's go. Jagan says the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Yeah. Real Jack Gentleman is laughing out loud. Keta is laughing. Trigger Happy says black men for the most part. Trigger Happy, I think you having your own conversation. I ain't gonna hold you. Black men for the most part lacking a particular emotional bandwidth, at least the demographic we're talking about. So again, if your gripe is that they are difficult, you have to alleviate that. That's what she was doing when she got fired. You know what I'm saying? She got fired. That's the whole story. Like she was reaching out to black men for their own emotional intelligence sake, and we're gonna because this is real. We're gonna talk about it. I must. Ra says must overstand. Monster overstand. Trigger Happy says, so again, I ask, is it the issue that they are going to therapy despite 90% going to therapy, or that they are difficult? If that's the case, your job is to rectify that no matter. Yeah, she's a therapist. How difficult? This is what happens when you don't have an understanding or sympathy of your people. She don't got love if she's pathological. I don't know what you're saying right now, Trigger Happy, but what I'll say is this. Yeah, I remember, for instance, says, so my son's mother, right? I don't know, but she might be a therapist. I don't know. I have this feeling, but she was asking me to help her with some sort of profile or some shit like that. And yeah, her whole thing was that she wanted more black people to go to therapy. Now, I think she might have even been focusing on black women, but like her thing was that she wants more black people to go to therapy. Basically, as it were, like, I don't know where you got this 90% of black folk going to therapy. 90% of black people are going, 90% of her clientele are black men. Okay? But realistically speaking, most black people don't go to therapy. You know what I mean? Like there's a stigma about therapy in the black community. And a lot of black therapists are under the impression that there's a stigma of black people not wanting to go to therapy. So like the whole therapy thing is just like realistically, whether or not you have clientele that's mostly black people, the reality is that most black people are not going to therapy, black men or black women. You know, and so she's probably appealing to black men because, you know, again, she saw an article that says there's a need for it. But yeah, I don't think this idea that black people are going to therapy en masse and she's criticizing them for that. Like, that's not a thing. Maybe Trigger Happy, you're not in America, right? Yeah, Trigger Happy's not in America. So no, so in America, I'll say it this way. Most people are not going to therapy. It's like 1% are going to therapy. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't fucking go to therapy. You know what I mean? like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just telling you. Yeah, most people are not going to therapy. So I think that might be the confusion. She's basically like dealing with the she's dealing with 1% of people going to therapy and 90% and she's like mostly focusing on black men. And then she got fired for essentially encouraging more black people to go to therapy. 10 cents is Oni versus Lero. Now that's an easy one. That's a heavyweight. Well, I'm the heavyweight. That's a heavyweight versus a lightweight. Anyway, Trigger Happy says, also that article on emotional intelligence was super trash. Probably. Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with her work. That's Real by Genesis, that's nonsense. Trigger Happy. If anything, if younger people, not necessarily exclusive to men. Yeah, I don't think it's exclusive to men. I think she just said, Leto says, she said 90% of her clientele are black men and then spoke on what they work on. Like, yeah, they work on emotional intelligence. What's wrong with that? I don't get it. Like, I don't see it. I don't see that as a problem. Real by Jenna says, lacking of a particular bandwidth, I don't think so. Haha, you see it. She said to Lara said the thing. To Tanzan. Jagan says, ironically, her emotional intelligence portrayed in the video didn't help her case. Yeah, she's sad. Tanzan said, haha, he's caping. You hating, I'm laughing. Right? I'm caping. Damn. Okay. Keontae says, like folks really came for her real life. Yeah, they came for her real life. Arthur, I know Arthur, I feel you. He's like, you can't avoid that damn video, right? You can't. It's like, fucking, I had to mute it, but it's like, I'll tell you guys about it. Jagan says, I agree. It's not like she did something big. Actually, she seems very typical black anti-black misandrist. I wouldn't say she's like anti-black misandrist. She seemed like she really devoted herself to black folk, you know? Brother Bakari says, what's BAN? Jagan says, Black American Negro. Nah, it's a BAN is a bitch ass. Anyway, Trigger Happy says, well, again, want to clarify that article was highly inaccurate. So if that's the discourse she is basing the video on, it's already started on a faulty premise. She has no leg to stand on. And this, yeah, I wouldn't get fired over that though. Like, you know what I mean? Like if somebody, it's like, for instance, when I was in astrophysics, right? There are stupid ass astrophysics articles, right? If I were to have made a response video where I agreed with the video with a stupid ass, because I remember one time this brother was like, hey, Oni, there's multiverse and how time travels. And I'm like, that's not how time, like, that's not how relativity works, right? That's not how time travels. You can't send something back in time based off of, parallel, whatever. You can't base this on time based off wormholes or something like that, right? Now, I was of that opinion, but there were other physicists who were not of that opinion. Okay, there are a lot of physicists who are of the opinion that, yes, you can use a wormhole to send messages back into the past, right? Now, if that's the case, like, again, now if they say that publicly, should they get fired for agreeing with something that has a faulty premise? No. Like, that's just science. You know, you don't have to, nobody has to agree with you. Like, you don't have to be perfect. Trigger Happy says, was rather unnecessary, especially when her clientele is most black men, meaning black men are going to therapy. She makes it seem like black men aren't going when she deals with black men. Yeah, they're not, black men, black women are not going to therapy. I think that because you're not in America, you think that we are, but like legit, nobody's going to fucking therapy. Like, it's like white people go to therapy, you know? All right, so Eminent wrote something, I didn't see it. Ross says, he would sound like a female caucasoid to me, seen. Somebody seemed like a female caucasoid. Thanks for the clarification. Tonk says, don't put her and Frances Cress Welsing in the same sentence ever. Frances Cress Welsing was pretty interesting. I ain't gonna hold you guys. Dang, a lot of people here. Chronic says she is a sellout. So I never heard Tonk or Chronic, so appreciate you guys for being here. So I'll just lay it off of Cress Welsing for now. Although I do got a video talking about Cress Welsing. Anyway, Chronic says she's a sellout. She should have been fired. I don't know. I mean, she was fired. I don't know if she's a sellout, but she was fired. Real Black Jenna says reckless adjectives won't save misandry. I don't know. I didn't see her as thing. Dragon says put puritanical American Negroes pants are a hypocrite. But puritanical American Negroes, yeah, support politicians twerking, but got therapists fired for cussing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like this is really like Christianity, like Christian shit. I feel like people are low key just like Christians and pushing their Christian agenda on us, kind of like, why is she using the bitch word? Like, you're not professional. Like, that was the whole thing. Trigger Happy says, I mean, if she anything, it's not that she has a specific definition of it. Emotional intelligence ain't even clear. People just shift it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Real Black Jones is a nice jiggle at the end. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't be mad at no sister giving a nice jiggle. You know what I'm saying? like it's not like you I can't be mad at her. Dragon says, Tizu, I was talking tongue-in-cheek, but it sounds good. At BAN. Yeah. And Arthur says, Oi, Oni, what does BAN mean? It means bitch, ass, something. Forever Ever says, she generalized black men as a whole in a negative way as a professional on a public platform. That's why she got fired, and rightfully so. I didn't really see it. Like, that's what I think. My thing is this. I really saw her kind of critiquing. So I heard somebody else tell me the terms like Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I mean? I saw her kind of critiquing Poop. Like, I saw her kind of talking to Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I mean? I didn't see her really talking to me. You know what I mean? Now, is Pookie and Ray Ray, like, are Pookie, like, is it good to come against Pookie and Ray Ray? Probably not. But like again, like in America, I'm not surprised when black folk come against Pookie and Ray Ray, you know, because that's like a common theme in it's a common theme in black circles. And like again, like if that's like, it's kind of like you think about Freud, right? Freud is this white psychiatrist or whatever, right? And he's gonna do some different shit from his predecessors. He's gonna start saying, I want to analyze your dreams. Tell me about your dreams and all that type of shit, right? Which is weird. Okay? Now, if he goes up and he's like, hey, I think that you can analyze people's dreams and all this, so on and so forth. Like, he's actually advancing the science for his own people, the Germans or whatever, right? If you got him fired for trying something different, for trying to reach people in a different way, then you're just kind of stepping in the way of the scientific progression. You know? She's trying something. She's trying to talk to a demographic that's largely underserved, right? And in trying to talk to a demographic that's largely underserved, I'm not going to hold it against her. You know? Brother Bakari says, I've been in therapy with my children. So Brother Bakari is like one of the handful of people that go to therapy. For like a lot, most people see it as like white people stuff. Especially in America, it's like, ugh, most people aren't doing therapy. Other one says, okay, thank you. Now I know what BAN means. You know what it is. Jagan says, you get paid more for blaming black men than you get for blaming black women. Again, I don't know. I feel like she wasn't even thing. I see Harsh Reality put a link. So let me see what that is. This shit didn't even work for me. So Harsh Reality put up a link. So let's see. I mean, I'll just see what it is on the side, and then it's not even working for me. It's like putting me into like studio. Let me see something. So Harsh Reality put up a video. It's not loading for me. All right, so anyways, Harsh Reality put up a video. So let's see. Tonk says she wouldn't have done that with the gay community. She would have been fired to smithereens. Oh, the BAN song. I can't play that. I can't play that, but yeah. All right. Talk says she would have done with that. I mean, again, I don't know what she did in particular. All right, so Tonk, you can explain what that was. Because I don't know what she particularly did. If she was like, oh, you mean if she was like, gay men don't have, like, I feel like gay men should have better. Again, it would have to depend. Like, if you're responding to an article, that's something that, you know, like, if they're, like, for instance, the monkeypox thing. We're going to talk about that. Like, most people are fucking on these gay these gay people. Those people are on these gay people about that monkeypox. We're gonna talk about that motherfucker like later. Haji says, for those wondering what BAN means, I posted a link of David Banner breaking it down eloquently. True. Tonk is saying, authors always telling them too true, so on and so forth. Candace says, not gonna lie, I support Senators twerking. Yeah, I wasn't mad at the lady for twerking neither. You know, maybe twerking for trannies is weird. But like twerking, I wasn't like, you ain't never gonna find me being mad at no twerking. You know what I mean? I feel like the Christians are. Arthur's gonna say, come on, don't blame this on Christians. You know it though. Like, who is mad at twerking? Who? You know what I mean? Like anytime Megan Thee Stallion come on my Twitter feed, right? I'm not like, fuck. I'm just like, okay. I mean, except for that one video where she like let some white boy kiss up on her. I was just like, ew. But like beyond that, like anytime Megan Thee Stallion is on my, like I'm not, you know, oh my gosh, why is this something thing? You know, some people be like, black women need to have butter. Like, yeah, sure. But like, I ain't never been mad. Like, even when y'all saw that video earlier of the lady getting poisoned, like she wasn't twerking, but like her first video was her from behind. And you're like, her first picture is her from behind. And you're like, I ain't mad. I mean, I think it's kind of weird, but I'm not like mad, you know? Tong says, right, he's reaching. Other says, we should set up a sympathetic interview with her. This bro. Tanta says, Oni is like, leave her alone. She's cute. I mean, she is. Other says, she's obviously trying to help black people. She obviously needs guidance. That's the problem with the younger generation. No guidance. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. And Jagan said, I was saying that people got her fired, used a Christian-based philosophy to judge her. That's what I'm saying. It just don't even make no sense. Like, she didn't really do nothing. She was trying. Like, was she perfect? No. But like, who the fuck is perfect? And like, how many fucking, because like the reality is that most black folk are going to white therapists. That's the reality. Some white dude sitting down, hearing your problems and fucking laughing at you. So this is so like when we talk about unprofessional, look at this shit right here. Look at this. So a lot of people complain about her being unprofessional. This is white people. This is white people. It says, I need friends with Generation Z. Hi there. I am taking some time off to prioritize my mental space and probably binge watch New Girl again. If your matter is urgent, this is 2022. It can wait until next week. If your matter is life-altering, please email or this. P.S. This is from Rod, right? P.S. Here is a playlist in case the message did not find you well. This is the fucking generation we're talking about. This is white people, white professionals. This is like a either white boss or white, employee. I don't know. This is Generation Z. And you think anybody's going to get this dude fucking fired over this? That's what I'm trying to say. Like even when Tonka's like, yo, you wouldn't say that about the gay community. What did she say? This is white people. This is when you talk about what same people saying you're not professional. What the fuck is this? I'm taking time out to admit my mental space. Probably binge watch New Girl again. Like who the fuck? Why the fuck are you telling me this? Now look, I might be like, that's a little extreme. Some white people are just like, this is motherfucking funny. This is funny. I might be like, this is kind of TMI, but okay. Like, I mean, when I was at work, and then one of my coworkers, like I said, my coworker had like autism, white girl, and she would just write in the public chat, bathroom break, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't fucking tell me. Just go to use the bathroom. Nobody gives a fuck. You're not like in demand. Nobody cares. Like, these are fucking text messages. Just text us when you can text us. Or if you don't call, whatever. Don't type to us that you're taking a bathroom break. And she's like, that's what I used to do at my old job. And they used to tell me to stop too. Yeah, they used to fucking tell you to stop. But, that's it. Like this whole thing. And then here's like the icing on the cake. This is the icing on the cake. This is the real fucking world. And I actually kind of regret that I couldn't talk to this kid because I didn't even know. This is the real fucking world. I'm sitting down minding my business late at night, on the corner, street corner, right? I'm just waiting for somebody, right? And then I see these three brothers on the street corner, right? So I said, standing on the corner, there's two brothers standing somewhere talking, and another standing deeper in the sidewalk, okay? This dude looked like he had a motorcycle or some shit, and he was just on the phone. So one of the men talking started scolding the young man for possibly staring at him and telling him he's not his age. So he's like, yo man, what's your problem? Right? Grown ass man. Like, he probably like in his 40s. The other man is probably, the young boy is probably like in his 17 or something. He says, yo man, what's your fucking problem? To the kid just standing there on his phone. Right? He's like, why are you staring at me? The kid's like, oh. Now the kid's giant too. So he's like a big 17-year-old. Right? And this dude's like a little man. So chances are, if things went one way, the older man would have shot the fucking kid on the street corner for standing there. And the kid is just standing there on the phone. And he's like, every time I look at you, I looked over and you staring at me. What the fuck is your problem? You got something with me? I'm not your age. Right? I'm not your age. I have kids your age. And the little boy's shrugging like, I don't know what that has to do with anything. He's like, I have kids your age. I'm not your age. Don't play with me. Then the other man is like, what we're talking about don't got nothing to do with you. To the young boy, 17-year-old. What we talking about don't have anything to do with you. And he starts dialoguing with the guy, and the guy's like, no, he said he was on the phone, so let's not talk about it. He's like, no. And then the other guy's like, they're ready to kill this fucking little kid. Okay? On the fucking street corner. In front of me. Okay? And actually, low-key, this was like during Shoot the Breeze, so I'm listening to Shoot the Breeze, right? Just waiting. I'm listening to Shoot the Breeze. And yeah, people were gonna fucking kill each other right in front of me while we were discussing the first prompt, which was about this lady, like these people starving themselves in Ghana. I'm struggling to hear this while these motherfuckers is like that. And I'm like, and part of me when this little boy is walking by, I kind of want to reach out and be like, hey man, are you all right? But I don't, because again, like I don't know what these other fuckers are. Like these fuckers are standing right there too, And part of me is also not reaching out with motherfucking kids. So the thing is this though. Somebody needs to reach out to this young boy. Okay? Somebody needs to reach out to that man. But nobody is. And so you have somebody who wants to do that. And they're trying to do that because they know that, these people are going through something. I don't know where she's at. I mean, somebody knows where she's at. But they might talk that way there. And part of me wanted to go to the brother and say, look, man, you kind of overreacted to that kid. But I didn't. Somebody should engage these people, but they don't. And then you have one person who does, right? You tell her you ain't do a good job, so fuck you. So now what? Cause see what that boy was doing again, like I said, what that boy was going through, where he's just standing on the fucking corner than some grown ass man, short, tiny man, two men, in fact, are pretty much like, I will fucking kill you in the street. You ain't shit. When two fucking men of your own race look at you like you're a piece of shit while you at work, because he has a motorcycle. Like, I think he had two motorcycles. I think he was like a delivery guy, right? He's probably just waiting around the fucking restaurant, waiting for like a Uber Eats delivery or some shit, right? To go deliver something. If two men are looking at you like, I will fucking kill you for looking at me, that's not that's a boy who will grow up to fucking kill black men and not even know why. And the only thing that's in the way of that is for some black folk to reach out to them. It could be an organization, could be me randomly talking to somebody, could be a fucking therapist, somebody to put this person's mind right in this hostile world. And and when somebody is making that attempt, we lynch them. We tell Massa. We tell Whitey. And we blame them for it. We say, oh, you should have known better. Well, then whatever, man. When you motherfuckers kill each other, that's it. That's it. Nobody gives a fuck. Because you can't help people. You can't. Because I'm not finna fucking get killed in the fucking streets over that. Let's see something. So let's go to the comments. Leave her alone. She's cute. Lero says, Oni, didn't you complain to me that I had too many twerk videos on my TL and likes? Cut the cap. What do you mean I didn't complain? I did. Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Lero? You do got too many. I mean, like, shit. I mean, shit. You know, I said too many twerk videos. She started putting up dick videos. It's like, what the fuck? I put the twerk video back. Oh, you said because I was saying too many. Yeah, I mean, like, look, there's like, let them be putting up some ratchet ass twerking. Like, not even like classy twerking. Like, you know, Megan is classy. You know, putting up like, you know, that other lady like twerking on kids and shit. You're like, what the fuck is that? I want to see that shit. Anyway, Arthur says, reach. Dragon says, shake that jelly. Arthur says, TMI. Lero says, you're comparing oranges to apples, bro. Shorty knows better. The masses are unhinged no matter what it is that you post. Be smooth online and you won't get fired. Well, yeah, she ain't gonna try for black folk again. That's already it. Dragon says, only excuses the cute twerkers. You probably have too many big girls. Exactly. She be putting up some. She be like, you be like, why is the van shaking? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, it's not a van. Why that van got a face? Like, come on, you gotta put up something people want to look at. She put up Lizzo or some shit. Like, ain't nobody watching Lizzo. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but not Lizzo. Talk says, that's called white privilege. I bet if he generalized white men negatively as a therapist, he would be in the unemployment line behind the black therapists. What is? No, I think that article was for white people. And she probably shouldn't have taken the article for white people and applied it to black folk, but I don't blame black folk for doing that, you know? Leto says, I think it's just too many women for him in general. I think his limit is like 2 to 3 a day or becomes a bit overwhelmed. Maybe I was insensitive to that. I mean, there is such a thing as, there's not such a thing as too many. I mean, again, it's like, when you say too many women, you got to go back to like, you know, I think with too many Lizzo, you know? I'll just answer. All right, forecast is Jagged, LOL. Jagged says, laugh my ass off. Talk says, Oni is trying to piss on our heads and tell us it's raining. Nah, I'll never do that. I ain't trying to piss. I only use the restroom. I ain't gonna hold you guys. I don't even use like public bathrooms. I ain't trying to piss on nobody's head. That's like, what, R. Kelly shit? Nah. Arthur says, you can't reach out to people who don't know how to listen. Rugged individuals, they will kill you. Yeah, I mean, like, you never know. Like, I'll tell you, man, I felt bad for that little kid. Because he a big guy. Like, anybody could, like, a gang leader could recruit him and he would be a muscle, you know? And he's trying his best, just working his life. And folk are just like, fuck you, I'll fucking, you know, whatever. Forecast says, y'all funny as hell. Jagan agreeing with Tonk saying umbrella time. I'm not Brad. I got too much love for the brother, right? I ain't nobody trying to piss on y'all. What y'all be on this, like, please. And that's the thing. It's like y'all watch Boondocks where it's like if somebody trying to piss on you, just move. You know what I mean? like yeah, nobody can piss on you. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't even a thing. Two people on your own race look at you like you're a piece of shit. Damn, that other way. Love is what we need. Yeah, nah, you should have seen it, man. It was messed up. She wasn't engaged in that though. She was trying to be viral off her sexiness, her non-existent sexiness. Yeah, I mean, like she looked like she was just it looked like she was trying to be viral. You know, I mean, she had something. She wasn't cute, but she was alright. Jagan says, how do you highlight names in the comments? I don't know how you highlight names. Althazor says, you'll know that's what I'm teaching high school. Y'all know that's what I'm teaching high school math. Tom says using the @ Oh yeah, using the @ I told you, Lero. The name comes up as you type. Althazor says, Lero only got those Christian values. Nah. Bitterman says Megan is classy. Megan is she's ratchet, but she classy at the same time. Like Megan is like, yeah. Although you know who I would watch, like Rihanna. Like I would watch Rihanna. Like Rihanna's like some women got it. All right. Anyway, let me stop. What are we talking about? Trigger Happy says, I don't think anyone is disagreeing that black people in general need therapy. I think the issue is that if you are one of the only ones standing around, you got to make sure everything is on point. No, here's the thing. There are millions of white therapists. Okay, when you want to go for therapy, you have a choice between a black person and millions of white people. So just getting the one black person fired is just not in your best interest because you're going to have to go to white people or not go at all. And again, people are flipping out. Forecast laughing about classy twerkers. Look, you know, like there's some like what was that lady's name? The lady who was all, I think it was N-word free. You know, like she or is that Megan? I don't know. But there was a lady who's just like her teeth all jacked up. Gorilla, I think her name. Glorilla. Like I don't want to see that shit. Tong says, oh, you already did. Oh, yo, already did. Tanzan laughing about Van Face. You already know. Other says, wait till Oni has to find a wife for his son. He's going to find a nice Christian woman. Yeah, okay. I don't even know if that is a thing. Drake Abbey says, I don't think anyone wants to go to a therapist who believes they are at fault at their own inadequacies. Yeah, most people don't go to therapy, and one of those things is they get castigated. Man, if you saw them brothers fucking yelling at that kid on the street corner, like they need fucking therapy. And like you can't like I don't think anybody, like again, like I don't know what you would expect a real black person to engage those kind of people with. But yeah, like if I were having a private talk with that dude, it would be, yeah, man, you got a cool, like I'm a little more calm headed because I know brothers trying to fight. You know what I mean? So I'll probably be a little more cool headed. But like she probably knows brothers ain't trying to fight her. You know, brothers are trying to smash her. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, she's gonna use her sex appeal. You know, the little that she has according to Bit of Medicine, but she's gonna use her sex appeal to like get brothers to diffuse and like really start opening up about. Because the thing is that real talk, you feel like somebody's staring at you, some stranger staring at you. You just say, "Hey, is something up? What's going on?" And the guy's like, "No, I'm on the phone," and that's it. You know, that's it. Like, but instead he was like, "Look, mother, like, what the fuck are you looking at?" You know, you like it's like, yeah. I mean, I could totally see somebody like getting really serious because it's not a game. What this shit happens is that, like, because again, trigger happy is not in America. A lot of fucking domestic abuse and shit. Like a lot of shit like that. Like if you're talking about the particular demographic that she's talking about, because like back then I was like no disrespect to the hood, but like I was in the hood, and like if you're talking about like the worst that the hood could produce, like yeah, you're gonna have to like, yeah, what she's doing, the way she's doing it, the little sex appeal with a little bit of language, a little bit of relating, like that is, like, it's probably effective. You know? It's probably more effective than, you know, like the white boy sitting up, well, tell me about your dreams. You know? Like, that's probably not going to work. So I don't blame her for that. I don't think it's, like, what it is, but it is what it is. Jagan says, episode 29 has me dying, right? Hope not, bro. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Lerdo says, you get it. The rail against the Abrahamics is a front. What? Nah. Other says, it's like how they used to tease the cute girls in school. I was telling somebody, that's what sexual harassment is. I mean, everybody knows that. Everybody knows what sexual harassment is. You know, if the ugly dude show up and says, hey Cindy, nice dress, right? It's like that's sexual harassment, right? But if the handsome Oni, says hey Susan, hey Cindy, nice dress, shit, you know what I'm saying? Well, thank you, Oni. Like that's it. That's what it is, Like that's just reality, It's only sexual harassment if thing, right? Brother Bakari says, Yellow, try to piss on Oni. He moved. Piss on y'all stay. Exactly. Ain't nobody gonna piss on me. Fuck that. Lero says, Oni lost in the sauce, y'all. It's okay for us to say his opinions are wrong this week, both on short and the classic twerking. Lero, you the only person posting up twerking. Anyway, I moved to the keyword in my sentence is trying. I moved to trying to piss on you. Oh, okay, good. Nah, I ain't trying to piss on you, man. That's weird, man. That's just weird. Like, why would I fucking want to piss on somebody? That's just weird. Like the splashback and everything, man. I piss in water, period. Lero says, haha, true. Jagan says, agree. Riri is fine. More Riri twerking hashtag. Yeah, Riri. Like, you think about, like, Riri's fine. All right. Talk says, yep, Lero. Yep, the tourist got him this week. Twerky, classy therapy. That's it. I'm never complaining about twerking. I'm sorry. Unless it's like Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? LOL Tanzan. Brother Bakari says, that twerk was nice, though. Yeah, it wasn't a bad twerk. It wasn't a bad. All right. Forecast says, they on you this week, Oni. I feel you, bro. I'm saying, man, we talking about real therapy, and they just complaining about what? Twerking? Like, what? Like, oh, the lady called us a bitch. Like, yeah. She called, like, what? All right, anyway. So that's the whole mangina situation. So now this is another down bad. Let's see what this is. Oh, this motherfucker down bad. So we're going to just go on. This was actually taking way too long. So anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming through. That was nice. Now we're going to just go to this dude. This motherfucking loser. So he was in Kenya. I think Lero from Kenya. Not Lero. Tanzan from Kenya. So this is one of your people, Tanzan. He's like, Kenyan women. So he's actually talking about Tanzan. Kenyan women, please learn basic romance ethos. Come on, Tanzan. If I'm like, he's telling you, he's saying, look, he's saying your women, y'all got problems when y'all dating. He says, look, if he invites you to his place or out on a date and you turn it down for one reason or another, it is your duty to recommend another favorable date. You can't go quiet and say that was not intentional. Intentionality goes both ways. If I invite you to my place or put out on a date or out on a date and you agree, you can't cancel it on the actual date unless it's an emergency. For me to invite you, I put things aside, important things you cancel for no good reason on the day. Last day tells me you don't respect my time. Number 3, if I invite you on a date, like what is motherfucker writing this shit on Twitter for? If I invite, like what is going on in Kenya? Alright, if I invite you on a date, please come alone. If you are, like what are you talking about? Please come alone. If you're going to bring a friend, confirm it with me first. Tell me it's the first day and I'm not feeling very safe. We can make other arrangements. Saddling me with your friends is a breach of my privacy. I don't know them. Number 4, if you invite you on a date, I'm paying unless you offer to pay or go Dutch. If you invite me out on a date, you are paying. Now again, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Unless I offer to pay or go Dutch, I have had cases where she promises to pay and then pretends to zone out after the meal. You will pay. This motherfucker down bad, yo. Number 5, once the date is done and you enjoyed it, say bloody something when you get home. What is this problem? Like, this dude is like, yo, all right, you don't have to wait for me to say something. My favorite from a woman is, I really had a good time, T. We should do that more often. Simple, subtle nudging. It's not a silence competition. Number 6, your transportation is your responsibility unless I offer to cater for it. It's a privilege. You should treat it as such. Don't matter if your ex used to send you a jet. Where is he now? In the initial dates, you are not going to get girlfriend treatment on a prospect card. Number 7, and it's only 10. So if you are big on clothes during dates, that you tell me your dress code beforehand. I will match it. Because for me, jeans, t-shirts, and caps are more than adequate. I prioritize simplicity above propriety. Like, he must be rich or something, because I don't know. This motherfucker's a loser. Number 8, can we put the cameras aside, at least in the initial dates, until I have gotten to know you. Maybe let's not dwell so much on trying to prove the world that we moved on and actually invest in quality time within the movement. Within the moment, it kills the intimacy. Number 9, say the date went all the way and we ended up at my place for the night. Kindly do not overstay. Unless I expressly request you to stay, 24 hours is the standard. After that, it becomes intrusion. It is the initial days. I don't know you that well yet. Please, let's keep it baby steps. And number 10, lastly, please keep time. If you can't make it on time, communicate. People have busy lives and several commitments, and we don't have to lay loud has to be allowed to matter. We can keep the conversation between us without the clamor for attention. Happy dating out there. Yeah, so Tanzan, I wanted to see what Tanzan has to say about this. Let's say, she says, wow, who is this Kenyan romance Nazi? Let's see what the comments are. I knew that this was a therapy. I would have watched the video. Let me see. Let's see. So let's see what this is. Oh, they are on this week only. So he says, brothers are lost. You all need therapy. Shit, they need some therapy in Kenya. You see that? If I knew there was therapy, I would have. If I knew there was therapy, I would have watched the video. Yeah, she wasn't really giving therapy. She was just saying shit. Brother Bakari says, yep, we need therapy. She says, if I knew there was twerking, yeah, exactly. Shit, boy, I was looking the whole video, looking at them legs. I'm like, I wonder if she's gonna turn around. And she does, and you're like, that's what I'm talking about. You can't be mad at nobody showing off legs and then turning around. Like, you can't be mad at nobody for that. I'm sorry. You can't. You can't. Like, if a woman, like, you see a woman's legs and you're like, okay, she's just showing her legs. You're like, okay. And if she says all that shit, you might be like, man, why the fuck I listen to that? But if she just turns around and slaps her ass, it's like, yes, you get it. You get us. You get us. And I could appreciate a sister who gets us, Anyway, podcast is Tanzan FX, I agree. And then she says, wow, this is Kevin. She says, writing a rule book on Twitter. It's rotten. You understand? Lara says, you're never going to get a date with that. You never go on a date with that guy. I never go on dates with guys, period. He sounds scary and polite. He sounds scary. He must be dating a lot for this to be a prime concern. Perhaps we should take notes. I'm saying, this motherfucker, he gotta be rich. He gotta have money. Tazza says, that guy does not sound Kenyan. Oh, he Kenyan. You know what I'm saying? He Kenyan. Okay, Kenyan women, please take this romance advice. He's like, Tazza, please take this romance advice. Do not show up late. You know what I'm saying? Like first off, I want people to understand. First off, this is a mangina. Look. You saw that. All right, so I told y'all guys, you're supposed to have a backup plan to your backup plan. A woman says, I don't want to go to I don't want to go to this event. Then you come up with another event, period. I'm going to tell you that right now, okay? As a man, you're supposed to come with it. Now, if she comes up with an idea, you can go along with it. But this whole, all right, you're turning on my idea. Now it's your turn. You're a fucking idiot, dude. This one, what is this? Can't cancel on the actual date. She could cancel anytime. Shut the fuck up. You set a time. Yeah, you set aside time. You're not gonna fucking get that time back. You always lost that time. Just don't fucking date her again. Number 3, if you're going to bring a friend, first off, a woman's bringing a friend for you, you're a fucking loser. Shut up and go away. Like you have to fucking have more game than that she's bringing a fucking friend. And if she's bringing a friend, then just fucking leave or something, or just enjoy the time with the friend. I don't know, who cares? This whole whether she's gonna pay or not. You're a fucking loser. Just pay. Just shut the fuck up and pay. It doesn't even matter. If she's taking you somewhere if she invites you somewhere that's out of your price range, then say no. It's not complicated. You're a fucking man. Like, what is this? You don't go on the internet and start saying what rules you have for dating, you fucking idiot. And these are fucking stupid rules. Just fucking pay. And don't go somewhere that's out of your price range. Anyway, what is this? Say something when you get home. Shut the fuck up, dude. If she doesn't say anything, then just don't fucking say anything. If you, what are you fucking talking? Oh my gosh. All right. Your transportation. Yeah, your transportation. Of course your transportation is her problem. Like, what course that is? Only time you offer transportation is if you're trying to go back to your place. If I'm on a date with a woman, I'm like, hey, would you like to go back to my place? I'm not taking the fucking bus. I'm taking the fucking Uber, and she's sitting down right next to me. Right? But if she's like, no, I can't go to your place. Like, it depends on what time it is. I might be like, let me walk you home. And if I have the money and, if it's within my price range, if it's like the $20, $30 range, yeah, I'll buy her fucking transportation home, right? If I want, if she doesn't decline, sure, I would fucking do it. Why? Because a part of the fucking dating life, I'm telling you right now, is to show off that you fucking have it. Show off that you have it. Show off that you're good in the fucking pockets. Don't show yourself as a broke, Like, you might be frugal, you might be cheap, but don't fucking tell women that, because when you do, that's not that attractive. You show off. You show off. You peacock. And if you and like again, like, you should do it if you really feel like you have a chance at getting laid. Other than that, this whole like, a fucking loser. Shut up. Why is this guy giving out? The next guy's gonna give out advice too. I'm gonna fucking block the next guy. I think he's like Nigerian or something. He says, I recommend you big on clothes. Fucking dress appropriately, you douche. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, just dress appropriately. What the fuck are you you should tell me how you dress before so I can match it. Fucking dress appropriately. What's your problem, man? Like, usually I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt and a cap. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, how? Like, he has to have money, and if you have money, stop being a fucking stingy fucking loser. And she's taking out her camera while she's on the date. First off, that's probably not a bad thing, and it's probably, and like, if she is just taking out her camera, not her phone per se, then just fucking like just shut the fuck. Like, be more interesting, dude. Say the date went well. And you're up at my place. You're there for over 24 hours. Now, like, motherfucker, like, I mean, obviously you kick her ass out from jump, but, like, yeah, I'll tell y'all, real talk. I wish I could take this camera and show y'all. I got a whole plate on my dresser with all the loose change. So, like, but you know, brothers, like, when you got loose change in your pockets, you know, because I pay cash where I go, right? When you got loose change, you put that change on a fucking plate in your bedroom. And then when when your session is over, you tell the lady, well, you can get some cab fare. Nah, I'm joking. Nowadays you gotta call Lyft, but like that's what it was for, man. One time I told that to some sister. It was nice. But anyway, yeah. No, I mean, like, what you talking about 24? There ain't no motherfucking spending 24 hours with you, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Kindly leave. Like, who the fuck can stand 24 hours? Like, they don't fucking do nothing. Like 24 damn hours. They don't shower. They don't fucking brush their teeth. They just spend the whole 24 hours, man. Please, man. You capping, man. And then what's this time commitment? Yeah, black folk never on time. I wish black folk would be more on time. That's probably the only piece of advice I would like. But like, yeah, man, you fucking tripping on that. I'm sorry. Let's see what this is. Better imagine, like, he Kenyan. You know what I'm saying? He definitely Kenyan. You already know. I'll be back. I'm going to Twitter to watch my therapist twerk. You already know. Bit of message. Didn't Oni call out someone on Twitter for posting butts? Look, man, it was probably like a Lizzo. But I mean, look, man, I'm not gonna hold. Like, it's like, I don't want to just see butts all fucking day. You know what I mean? Like Lero said, like, it's like a good, you know, it's a good to, like, you know, infuse you, remind you. But yeah, I'm not like, you know, like butt. Like, you know, that's, I mean, I'm not complaining. But I'm also not like, you know, like, I got better things to do. You know what I mean? I got to find content for the podcast. Tanzan says, please send this guy to Nigeria. Why? He in Kenya. He where he belongs. He Kenyan. You understand? Podcast like, LOL. Tanzan says, he's not. Not even a rich guy would have such ridiculous rules, and poor men have none. Poor men have no rules? Dang. Tanzan, how you so familiar with poor men? What's wrong with you? Brother McCarty says, enjoy them both on the day. Lero says, at least he's not Andrew Kibe Kenyan. I don't know who Andrew Kibe is, but I guess. It says, Kenyan men usually like to spend money on women to their detriment sometimes. Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, you dating these poor men with no rules. Lero says, I think that guy is hilarious. I won't hold you. Nah, he's weird. Cupcake is not for soldiers. I mean, right. Bit of medicine stay cupcake, so I guess so. Taylor said, Lero, I think he's pretty embarrassing. Just no. Nah, he Kenyan. He like waving the national flag right there. Lero says, yeah, he's wild. I won't cap. He cooked me on Twitter Space one time. Who did? Wait, who's embarrassing now? I'm trying to figure that out. Jagger says, just work on getting a woman to spend 30 minutes with you first. 30 minutes? What are you talking about, my guy? What is this 30 minutes? What is that? I hope you're talking about, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. Like, I don't know what you're talking about right now. What 30 minutes? What 30 minutes? What the fuck does that even mean? Like, what does that mean, bro? I'm sorry. like what does 30 minutes mean right now? I'm trying to figure out. You talking about like sex or something? Cause I'm just like, shit, 30 minutes not, you know, like, nah, I don't know no woman gonna spend no 30 minutes. I don't know what he talking about right now. I'm sorry, like, what is 30 minutes? Nah, I don't want to pause the whole shit, but like, what is 30 minutes? What does that mean? Just want a woman to spend 30 minutes with you. Like, that's a short ass time from any timeline. Like, what is 30 minutes? Anyway, so like I said, that dude was down bad. This next dude is really down bad. Nah, I'm trying to figure out what 30 minutes is though. Cause like, you can't even date a woman for 30 minutes. Like, what is 30 minutes? Like, what is that? What is that? Like, what is 30 minutes? Somebody got to, you got to clear it up. I'm sorry. Said he just want a quickie. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't even say 30 minutes online. Like, you don't even say that. Like, that's like that Missy Elliott 1 Minute Man song. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why would you even say that? Just want to spend 30 minutes with you. What does that mean? It's like that motherfucker about to play us out on a date before you try to scoop abroad for the night. Nah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. So wait, nah, okay, Jacket, you quick then, man. I'm sorry. If you get them within 30 minutes to want to come back to your place, you quick, my dude. Like, this motherfucker got skill. You need to do a Twitter thread, because I don't know nobody with that kind of, like, he gonna spend 30 minutes with a woman and she's like, let's go back to your place. All right, Jack. I hope that's what you're saying, because I hope I'll be having the first date. You know, she said now in 30 minutes. Talk about just give me 30 minutes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's see. To the man in my DM that came to complain about his girlfriend disrespecting you. So I don't believe this motherfucker. I'm gonna block this motherfucker. Okay. First off, he says no DMs. So I'm gonna block him. But I just wanted to read this shit because he's another really down bad. Because like, what are you doing? I think this is a Nigerian. I don't know. Actually, this is actually John Henry Clark. I thought I saw somebody similar with it might be a Nigerian, because I see some Nigerian people following him, like Esteban and Kasi. I think they Nigerian. I don't know. But, like, I feel like this is a Nigerian dude. I don't know. This is John Henry Clark, so I can't really tell. But, like, this motherfucker got it. He's another one of them down bad people. To the man in my DM that came to complain about his girlfriend disrespecting you because you tried to know if she was maybe cheating, let me say this. If your instincts tells you something is not right, then you may be right. You called her and she was being rude on the phone. You tried to remind her that you're her boyfriend and she said, and so? First off, what the fuck? My boyfriend, and so? You see, when you accuse a woman of suspected cheating, if she flares up and starts saying things like you're just feeling insecure, acts in an irrational way, she's trying to emotionally manipulate, guilt trip you, you don't have concrete evidence yet, so keep your mind open and stay alert to some signs. She's telling you girls are just rushing you these days, seems to be the reverse psychology. It may not always be deep down. Women like to have impression that their men is admired by other women. Your relationship is almost 2 years and she has contact gains which she uses for your own business. Truth is, a smart woman knows how to cover her tracks, but they cannot be smart all the time. However, something you must know is that other men will surely be wooing her. That's a given for almost all women. Some men woo married women, talk more of singles. Yeah, of course, we do. Anyway, what is important to you? Is she's doing anything wrong? Does she respect you enough not to stray, even if she doesn't always tell you about the men that woo her? And look, the thing is, Marcus Garvey said don't go after married women, by the way. But, you know, he passed, so, you know, no, I'm joking. It's okay for you to feel jealous. You're human, but that's not okay for you, woman, to disrespect you just because you asked her for suspecting cheating questions. What she's supposed to do is reassure you that nothing of such is happening, not hang up the phone on you and say, and so. For this reason, you act normal, but start monitoring her. If there's something fishy, you'll find out soon. If none, you're good. But she has to apologize for the disrespect and insults. Don't call her again and act like you're busy when she comes to your office today to meet her customer. Don't accept what you cannot tolerate, and she has to know this. You wanted me to reply directly to the DM. I don't do that. I hope my advice helps. Good luck. End. Right? Okay, now if you are a fucking idiot and you're writing this dude and this is the advice he's giving you and you actually follow this, you're a fucking idiot. Okay? And so all I'm going to do is just show you guys, I want to just remind you guys, like, this is an account. You just look at it and you just fucking block it. Okay? That's the end of that. All right, so that's the end of that. All right, so we're going to go to the past me's. It's not even that important. So this is, I told y'all. Oh yeah, this is some fucking idiot. Hopefully this thing, okay. Yeah, so that was that. Just a fucking idiot. Just dumb idea. Just dumb advice. Just block him. This is, see what I mean about the digital design about, so most of this is just me trying to give you guys some extra information. But it's like, see what I mean about the digital divide being about more than just having the internet? Shut the fuck up. Everybody knows some people know how to use the internet better than you. So it's a brilliant strategy if you ask me. This is just how you would find a job easier on Google.
You can find a job. If you say LinkedIn, I'm literally going to punch you in the throat.
Alright, when I used to look for jobs, this is one thing I did. I would actually target the application website using Boolean search. So when I click apply, it takes me to greenhouse.io. This is the actual website that I care about, not really LinkedIn, as LinkedIn is merely a middleman. So what I would do is go on Google. I'm targeting only these sites: Lover, Greenhouse, Ashby, HQ, Dover.io. They are basically the application hosting websites. As I showed you, Greenhouse.io was the application hosting website. And then I'm going to target applications that have engineer and developer within those applications. Click enter. Thus I get applications that have those keywords within them. I can also add these filters where I show applications that have this keyword and remove applications that have these keywords. Now if I click enter, it goes from 220,000 to 5,090. I can also add after a certain period amount, so I'm going to do it after July 1st. If I click enter, these are more recent posts now. If I pick one of these posts now, you get directed straight to the application now.
Okay, so that's just like really, I just wanted to show you guys some information. And I just said, like, look, this is a freaking past me where she's like, you see what I mean about the digital divide being about more than just having the internet? Like, just take the information and go with it. You know, spread the information as soon as you learn it. Don't, the digital divide, like, again, like I said, like, this is kind of like that lady you guys were, the therapist, where it's like, she just says random shit. And, you know, she's also a certified positive discipline educator focused on black and neurodiverse. Like, a lot of weird terms are flying around. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hold it against. I'm not going to fire somebody over that shit. I'm not going to say it's antedated and it's antiquated. Like, this is weird. You know, the digital divide. Like, the dude is like a software engineer. You think you could fucking use Google as good as a software engineer? And then he's like, literally like, hey, you know what? I'm going to help you guys know more about the you know, using this resource. And that's it. Like, I used to do the same thing. Like, when I wanted to find books before there was like an easy way to find books, easier way, which is LibGen, for those who don't know. You can find ebooks that way. But other than that, before I knew about that, I would just like take this, like take a reference, put it in quotation marks, and then search it. And then when you search whatever it is, they will show you everything that has an exact phrase. Okay? And then you could also put the dash to like eliminate. So it's just like, come on, like digital divide. Like, you see a woman talking like this, like low key, the lady talking about emotional development. Yeah, she was kind of a past me, low key. But like I said, she also did the cute little gesture where it was like, she wasn't bad. This is the next one. Let me see this is the next one. Let me just open it up. Let me just cue it up before whatever. Let me see what the comments are like. Let's see. Let's see. Jenga says, on a date before you trying to scoop abroad for the night. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Speed dating. Exactly. Jenga says, Lero, you funny. Tan says, ladies of the night also charged by half hour. You understand? The ladies of the night also charged by, I'm saying this about to talk about, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be like saving some money to be charging this. Like, how long you wanna 30, you know, she's like, my hourly rate, you like, how much you find for 30 minutes? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Pay the fucking hour. You know what I mean? Cause like, you know, look, I'm telling y'all this right now. A lot of people don't know this, but you might want to be spending quite a bit of time on foreplay. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know, like this is another thing we talking about men in therapy. Men, you gotta tell men, yeah, you gotta spend quite a bit of time on therapy on foreplay. So like this whole 30-minute thing is not like, that doesn't make no sense. You know, you tell a woman that you already, she's already like, what are you talking about 30 minutes? Jagan says, I'm talking about that dude that was trying to get a date, the Kenyan dude. He should try to get a woman to at least finish the date before you break out the overnight rules. I mean, it's not like he got money. Like, he gotta have money, because I don't know anybody who's trying to date that motherfucker. Otherwise, Lero laughing about the digital divide. Yeah, it's like digital divide. That's why I feed the emotional intelligence thing. So now look at this woman now. This woman right here. Oh my gosh, this woman told her husband she was raped when she was 16 during a Halloween party. And a couple months later, her husband was drunk and admitted to her that she was the one that assaulted her. Men get scarier by the day. I can't imagine how, not knowing my abuser, then turning around and unknowingly marrying that man that assaulted me, I wouldn't know what to do besides kill him. Okay? You're like, whoa, where is this story from? Right? Y'all know where this story is from? Ma'am, that's Law and Order. Why the fuck? Like, as soon as you see, look, this is a Law and Order story. This never happened. This never happened. Okay? And first of all, it doesn't make any sense a couple of months later. Like, she already said it wrong. Somebody says, imagine quoting Reddit events as actual events. Anyway, so I don't even want to, okay, so maybe somebody wrote it on Reddit, whatever. But, like, yeah, people are like, I don't want to, like, scroll through, because, like I said, you never know who's whatever. But people are like, yo, this was out of Law and Order. So this woman says all this, gets 150,000 likes, men are getting scarier by the day, and it's a fucking fictional show. It's not even real life. And one of the issues is this, that she didn't say black men, so she doesn't really mean black men. But when a black woman just says men, like, it just, like, if, like, I know a lot of dudes are feeling that way. Anyway, that's just one of the past me's. We're not even going to go too much into it. This one right here got me scratching my head. Well, this is basically ADOS. This one had me scratching my head. This was like the weirdest. This is one of the weirdest videos y'all gonna see. This was like a weird video. I think I might have said that on thing and yeah.
We went.
So I literally starting tearing up when I saw those tears in his eyes. I know this feeling and it fucking sucks. I am glad that he has such a gentle, reassuring, and comforting mother in his lifetime. So by the way, when I made the screen big, could y'all have seen it? I wasn't even 100% sure. Let me see what the comments are. I was like foreplay. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica, y'all started? Jamaica, y'all started? All right. Anyway, Bit of Medicine says women get older, they have less interest in long foreplay. To be honest, you got another Caribbean motherfucker. Yo, these motherfuckers is just like these motherfuckers from the Caribbean. You understand? I don't know nothing about that. Others says, oh, you don't know nothing about that. Yo, these Caribbeans. They used to say that Jamaicans. They were like Jamaicans do not eat. You know what I'm saying? They don't eat. And it's like, you got this author choice like, foreplay. You know what I'm saying? And then Buddha Medicine, you know, he let us know what it's like in his island. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, the older women, they don't even want it. Okay. Okay, boss. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, yeah. Forecast says, maybe if she twerked while saying it, then it would have been all right. Yeah, possibly. Look, I ain't never been mad at no message done through twerking, man. If she clapped it, please. She did that Morse code with the clap. I would listen to anything, man. I could listen to motherfucking listen to a dictator on that shit, man. Please. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now this video right here is gonna have y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. Look, this right here is America. This is ADOS, and then the people in the comments are calling her African. Okay, just look at it like that. Okay, but yeah, this motherfucker. Look at this shit.
Went live and this happened.
Fourth. No. Red, blue, pink, black. Thank you.
I know it's a change in the mood tone answering viewers' questions.
No, they just keep on saying it. I'm a she.
They just keep people keep calling her a girl using she her pronouns. It's like they keep calling me a she and it's annoying, and so you're just kind of like confused right now.
I'm saying she and it's annoying.
Ignore them. Ignore them. They're miserable people.
It's like the ADOS where it's like they keep calling me African, it's like, and America's like, ignore them. They're miserable people. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, I don't even know. I can't even feel sad right now. I really can't. Like, I want to. Like, over the American thing, I might feel a little more sad. But this is just, this is like child abuse. Like, this is not even low key.
They have nothing better to do than to get on the internet and make fun of people because it makes them feel better about being miserable cretins. Okay?
Like, can you imagine? You're like looking at a girl
every morning. I am strong. Say it. I am enough. I am handsome. I am perfect just as I am. I am intelligent. And I exude positivity.
All right, so yeah.
Just ignore. Oops, sorry, baby. No one got stuck.
All right, so yeah. Just imagine you like go online, and you're like, oh, cool, a girl getting her hair done, and you're like, oh, your mom's doing your hair well, and or no, it's like, oh, you know, I guess you're like, oh, she's cute, and then this little girl just starts crying. Like, why are they calling me she? Like, what? You know, like it used to be a joke back in the day. It was like, did you just assume my gender? And it's like, this does not look like a boy at all. And yet, people are supposed to, like, come on. Like, all right, so, Author Joy says, I'm holding my tongue because we're in polite company. I think he's talking about Jamaica, you understand? He's talking about how I use my tongue. But I know he might be talking about the video with the little girl. But anyway, Author says, Why is your baby on live? What part about the masses are unhinged do people not understand? What do you mean the masses are unhinged? What are you talking about? It's like she's just coming in here. All right. Ezra says, fucking child abuse. Yeah. Now, is it true that her child was born as a girl being raised as a boy? Because that's what the internet was saying. That's a girl. Yeah. Yeah, that's a girl. That's a girl being told that she's a boy. Yeah, that's a girl. Like, yeah, that one guy's like, I was gonna say, why is she said, like, I'm like 90% sure that's a girl. Cause like even the haircut is a girl cut. It's not like, yeah, this is a girl. Yeah, I don't actually know what this mother is trying to accomplish, but yeah, that's a little girl. Yeah, that's a little girl. But yeah, that's the Alphabet Squad, obviously. But yeah, I say, like, look at the video like it's ADOS, where it's like, you know, hey, you're an African. And it's like, why do they keep calling me an African? America's like, just ignore them. I'm like, what? All right, so let's see. Oh, yeah, so this is another motherfucker. Okay. So this is another one right here. Look at this shit right here. So I see this story. And it's like, this dude on TikTok with monkeypox is sipping out of a McDonald's cup, talking about how he couldn't help go get McDonald's because he doesn't have groceries, and is using the understandable outrage from endangering people to promote his fucking music. By the way, I think this is the same lady that I accidentally went against, and Lero called me out for that. So I'm just like, oh man, probably some white fucking idiot, queer, or whatever. Nope! Here's the fucking guy. A black man. Motherfucker has these fucking things on his body. And apparently, I'm not going to click on the... I'm not going to go into the video. I don't think I saw the video. But, like, here's a black man with big-ass warts. And I think I saw him say something like, you just don't know who you're fucking anymore. So here's this black queer, fugly already, right? Big guy, fat guy, whatever. And he's willingly going out and he's like, you can't look out for anybody else because nobody's looking out for me. And it's like, you guys got to realize, man, the statistics, and this is what I'm saying, like black people and so on and so forth. The statistics for this monkeypox thing is like 94% homosexuals right now. 94% of the people with monkeypox are homosexuals. This is one of them. And the whole thing is, I'm going to go to McDonald's and get a fucking cup. When, like, you could clearly order food. At this day and age, you could clearly order food. Is it more expensive? Sure. But are you fucking going to risk spreading some nasty ass, fucking disgusting ass disease to other people? No. So you just do it. Anyway, the time's going, and I know a lot of people are stepping back. So, so I'm just gonna whatever. Let's see what the comments are like. Yeah, that's wild. What a shame. Author says it's a girl. What the fuck? I was too confused from the preface to even watch the video. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a girl. It's just weird. Like, why do you? What makes you think that somebody would look at this woman, a clear woman? It's not like she's like. It's like you're trying to make it look like a boy. Like, it's a clear little girl. And you want people to say it's a he? For what? You know? And then you're teaching them, yeah, you know, like, just tell them, you know what, you are a fucking girl. Like, what? You are a she. I mean, because you clearly, like, there's nothing, like, anyway. All the says, I need to use monkeypox to promote my music. What have I been thinking? Bro, the way how you get it ain't... the way you get it ain't worth it, man. The way you get it ain't worth it. I wouldn't. Nah, I'm sorry. All this says, thank you for not clicking. Leto says, wow, so monkeypox is like anally contracted or something. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But it seems like most people who have it are, because I think the way is that you just touch somebody, but ain't nobody really touching these queers. So I don't know. Actually, I never really looked into it. I'm not gonna hold you guys. He went outside for some McDonald's at that, shaking my head. Yeah, it's like, you lose some fucking weight, my guy. I'm just saying that because I know Lara don't like my fat shaming. I usually don't fat shame that much. But yeah, that's it. That's the motherfucker. Because at first I was like, this is some white boy fucking being disgusting. Nope. So this is, oh yeah, this is fucking So speaking of gay pox that Tanzan said, let's look at fucking Gazo. We're going to Alphabet Squad. Wait, were we not already in Alphabet? No, this is Comrades now. This guy. So this is Ghazi Kazo. He actually should have been one of the leads. So Ghazi Kazo has been charged. His real name is Augustus, I guess. Augustus Claudius Romaine, which is like the most fucking Roman name you ever saw in real life. Like, it's so Roman, it got the word Romaine in it. Like, what the fuck? Augustus Claudius? Like, these are fucking Roman names. Anyway, Augustus Claudius Romaine Jr. And I guess I shouldn't really rat on people's government. Anyway, but look at this. My thing is this. So he got, 2 counts of participating in gang activity, aggravated assault, kidnapping, false imprisonment, conspiracy to commit crime. But here's what I'm really getting at. How do you... Oh, he's 5'7". That's not a bad height. He's 35? Okay. 135 pounds? Damn, I'm overweight. This motherfucker... I'm like 190 pounds, you know what I'm saying? And like 6 feet, but 190 pounds. So yeah, I would fucking beat this motherfucker to pieces. But like, my thing is this: how do you got a count of sodomy in America? Like, this is like the gayest country on the fucking planet. How do you get a count of sodomy in America? Like, what do you have to be doing to get a count of sodomy in America? You know what I mean? Like this is fucking gay. Like this, like literally, like America's probably the gayest country on the fucking planet. You know what I mean? So you got to be doing some real gay shit to get sodomy in America. Now, we're not going to look too much into it because it's not that important. This is just something I wanted to share with you guys. Yeah, Kazo in the preliminary hearings, magistrate tomorrow. Apparently, Ghazi's going to be representing himself tomorrow, like a fucking moron. So, yeah, if you guys are interested in this case, there's the links in the description. You guys can look into it. I'm not going to hold you guys. I'm just kind of like outraged. How in the world could you get a count of sodomy in the gayest country in the world? Like, how fucking gay do you got to be? Anyway, here's more Comrades. So this was another, like, there's a whole therapy conversation going on. So I'm going to, like, look into it. Lero says, I never cared about your fat shaming, bro. I say don't be ableist. Yeah. Nah, I know that lady was like, so some lady was minding her business. She's like, look, man, there's a channel. Like, she's a big lady, and she's like, there's a channel where you can exercise from sitting down. And so I was like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It was gonna be an Enemies Within, matter of fact. And then Lero's like, that lady's crippled or something. And I was like, oh. Like, so it's not that bad if you can't stand up that you were sitting exercises. But like, if you can stand up, then just fucking stand up. But obviously, like, I'm not mad at nobody for whatever. So this is another therapy. This was like a whole therapy conversation. I had to mute that shit. Like, you can see, it's like, these are words you muted. Therapy won't fix my problems, but a deed to a house from a person who has too many and a blank check would get me right. I was in therapy for 16 to 26. Without community and unconditional love and acceptance, I would have been dead. Self-improvement doesn't happen alone. Here's the thing, man. This lady was in therapy for fucking 10 years, and her conclusion is, I need free money and a free house. Fucking Comrades. Let me see. It's intellectually dishonest to say that self-improvement is possible under a capitalist regime when... you might be like, she didn't say anything, Comrade. But you already know from this whole, give me a free house and give me a blank check. Give me free money and then my problems will be gone. No, lady, you fucking need therapy. I'm not even big on therapy, but even the therapist needed therapy. This lady needs therapy. Because, your problems are not going to be fixed with a house and money. Because you're already like, there's something wrong with you if you think that people should give you a free house and free money. Like, no, get your fucking money in the normal way. It's intellectually dishonest to say that self-improvement is possible under, like your rich parents, I'm joking. It's actually dishonest to say that self-improvement is possible under a capitalist regime when most people can't afford to go to a therapist because most mental health care is out of pocket. Now, again, you can get insurance for that. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, do you even have time to see a therapist? Yes, you do. Therapists don't have to be political paragons, but I don't think it's responsible for them to dismiss the material conditions people are facing day to day. Show me the time people have for this so-called growth and self-improvement before we start shaming people, please. Now, again, everybody was talking about paratherapy. I muted this shit. It's whatever. So that's her, and this is her again. Again, just another Comrade just saying, give me the money and that way I'll be good. Nobody cares about you. Honestly. So every daughter of immigrants I know that healed and calmed down needed to afford her own place. Therapy worked, but having the means to afford a place helped more. Pay me and my girls. Pay you for what? This abuse is layered in long term with the people I care the most about. It's a miracle where we're not terrible people. Okay. Like, let's not exaggerate. And as I say right now, I think right now, RN is right now, you escaped what I escaped. You'd be in Paris getting fucked up too. I don't know what that means. So, again, you've been in therapy for 10 years and you're a fucking lunatic. Allegedly getting fucked up in Paris. So, I don't know. Like, it's not a big case for therapy. It's not a big case for giving you anything for free. Anyway, by the way, Bit of Medicine posted up all the podcasts. Make sure you guys, everybody, subscribe to those and so on and so forth. Leto says that lady walks with stilts. Horrible person Oni is laugh my fucking ass off. How am I supposed to know what she walks with? Like, I don't understand. I've never seen her walk in my life. I've never seen most people walk in my life. Like, I've never seen any of y'all walk. I mean, I saw a Bit of Medicine walk, I guess, but like, you know. You know what I mean? One of y'all care. What is this? One of y'all care about what? What is this? One of y'all care about this. What is this, a comrade thing? Oh, yeah. No, this is a nice story. Okay, so this is the glow up. One person, imagine, poverty is poverty. So this is the same guy. You know, you fix up yourself, right? It's like this is like goes back to the earlier story about the guy who's like, why didn't you date me? Obi and Sharon, I think it was, right? Where it's like, you didn't want to date me when I was this guy, when I was this guy to the left, but you want to date me when I'm the guy to the right, and you're a problem. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why would anybody want to date the guy to the left? I mean, yeah, you could be like, this is the same guy. Sure. But still, why would anyone want to date the guy on the left? You know? If a motherfucker walks out, like for instance, one time, I walked all the way, like, I want to say like 20 minutes in a bathrobe, right? People were like, what the fuck are you walking around with a bathrobe for? You know? I mean, you know, I was just doing my like, I was just like, you know, because like white people do that shit. You know what I'm saying? White people, like, I remember when I was in college, white people were showing up in their like pajamas, you know, to classrooms. But anyway, but like, and that's appropriate. It's in college, right? In city, you know, it's not really that appropriate. But either way, you know, if you're not dressed right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not presenting yourself well, you know, I'm not saying the guy on the right is presenting himself well, but it's better than the guy on the left. Okay, it's better than the guy on the left, and that's all you have to. That's all you have to really process. Now, where this story comes in is realistically, I just wanted to show you guys this. And I'm saying that the comrades are probably opposed to this idea, but this is a nice lady. Look at this. She says, after I bought my family a piece of land, constructed a house for them, brought some solar power, bought dairy cows, and gave the old man some suits. Nowadays, people call him to meetings and they consult him. Poverty has no honor and respect. Money has. I have tested it. So I know some comrade out there is like, money shouldn't give you any respect. And I didn't see anybody in the comments, because fortunately these are the Kenyan ladies that the guy doesn't like dating. You know, they had some damn sense. So why are you guys giving me trouble on dates? Anyway, they had some sense. So I'm gonna you know, this is I think it's a Kenyan, right? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I used to know, but there's like 50 flags. Anyway, but yeah, so like, yeah, and then here's this. The lady's actually so sweet. Look at this shit right here. She's so sweet. Look at this shit. Like, this is a nice lady. So I'm just trying to, let's low key bigging her up. She's not nice enough to be on the allies list, but she's nice. Look at this. So somebody writes her and says, please buy me just 2 pregnant hybrid pigs. Kind of weird, but okay. I will feed them. You will have changed a life. And she goes, how much is one? Look at that. Look at that. Now this motherfucker's like, if you intend to help him, DM me. Like, what the fuck are we DMing you for? But and she's like, yeah, she might actually, you know, not soon. But once I know the amount, we will see how, and we'll surely reach out, sir. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, yeah, like this is, you know, the comrades might be like, where you get more respect when you have thing? But it's like, yeah, if you're not put together, nobody want to be around you. But if you put together, if you put yourself together, if you have something, yeah, you know what? Let's listen to you. And that's what it is. That's life. You know, it's like the fat lady who's sitting next to me. It's like, you know, in another world, if you were thinner, yeah, I'd probably be like, ooh, you looking fine, nice, dark, ooh, nice, right? But Right now, it's like, I'm sorry, but the only thing I can think of is you got to go fucking lose weight. But if you don't want me to tell you that, then, I'm not going to tell you that. We're going to keep going. So he says, forgot me, yes. Okay, this one's just a fucking waste of time. We're going to keep going. I'll probably have, yeah, we're going to keep going. Let's see what this is. 5 months ago, thousands of African students fled Ukraine following the Russian invasion. It has been well documented the racism we experienced at the borders trying to leave, but little has been said about us. What has happened in the last 5 months? Where are we now? Basically, I don't even care. Like, who cares? We knocked on every door, blah, blah, blah. Like, I legit didn't even read it then. Low-key, I don't want to read it now. It's like, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. I'm sorry. And that's the thing. This is the thing you gotta realize with the world. Nobody really cares. Forecast says that was a Jay-Z line. What was the Jay-Z line? Leto says, you see me walk. Oh, Edwards in Paradise. Oh, okay. On the song Edwards in Paradise. Yeah. Wait, what was the song? Oh, what was the lyric? All right. Leto says, you see me walk. Laugh. You see me walk. I don't think I've seen you walk. I seen your grandmother walk. Leto showed a picture of her grandmother from the back. And you're like, okay, grandma was doing something. Let me doing some random shit. Like, why anybody want to see your grandmother? And then so let's just go on. This is some motherfucker. So this is the other highlight. Although I didn't really look into it myself, honestly. This is some dude. It's like, we use 18 billion naira to clear bushes during COVID-19. This is the agricultural ministry says to the House of Representatives. So I'll just look at it really quickly. Oh no, I just looked at this picture. Did they have the article? Oh, I thought I had the article. Okay, so I guess I don't have the article. I thought it was an article, but yeah, this is it. It's like this guy used a bunch of naira, the agriculture minister, for the COVID-19 to clear bushes. Like, just bad spending in Africa. Once again, the Pan-African is strike again. Although they probably should be something else, but yeah, it's not even that important. Then this last one is going to be not in the land of Garvey. So this is motherfuckers. I know. Arthur Joy was sharing this big. Basically, Jamaica was shown to be the second biggest brain drain country in the world, right? But behind like Samoa or something like that. So like not like another African country, but like basically a lot of black folk are leaving Jamaica. And leaving Jamaica, with their intellectual whatever. And so this guy is trying to justify it with, when a graduate from university in Jamaica can earn up to 500,000 K JMD a month. Oh, so 500,000 Jamaican dollars a month. Ooh, all right. I see what he's saying. In China, as an English teacher, walk a road free and safe and be able to pay off their student loans in quick time. Just who are we to tell them to stay in Jamaica to either be jobless or underpaid? So there's a lot of people with similar comments, which is, you can get paid better in America. You can get quite a big amount of money in America. Like, even like I said, like my father in Jamaica comes from Trenchtown. Okay, Trenchtown is known, it's like where Bob Marley from. And it's basically like the hood. You know what I mean? Like the like one of the worst neighborhoods in Jamaica. You could get killed down there for pretty much nothing. And like now he's like doing pretty well in America, so like it's a real thing that like there's not much opportunity in a lot of African countries, and a lot of African countries, including the African diaspora countries. That's the thing. What does that mean? That means that you go and you try to fix that shit. Now hold on a second. I'm just realizing this guy has a Chinese flag in his motherfucking name. He's a fucking Chinese name, so I don't know what that story's about. But like, that's the thing. It's like, realistically, what we have to do as an African people, well, I guess we just end on this. What we have to do as an African people is that we have to be serious about helping out our masses, including our masses that are outside of, including our masses that are in Africa or in the Caribbean. Because if we do not, the reality is that they're just going to leave and leave behind more people to leave behind more people to leave behind more people. And the only thing that's going to happen is that a lot of our people are going to suffer. A lot of our people are going to be born into a world where they just suffer. Arthur says that's $3,000 US. So I guess that's not that much he's saying. Or is that a lot? I guess it's a lot, right? He said a month? Well, I don't know. It depends on how much you guys are balling, honestly. But forecast says If you escape what I escaped, you'd be in Paris getting up too. Oh, okay. You read one of the comments. Oh, I see. Probably worse in China. No, I think $2,000 a month is not bad. I think that's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what y'all. Some of y'all balling, so I don't know. Wait. Is that enough? Wait, no. Hold on a second. Well, I guess it's actually I forgot. I don't know. Maybe it's not good. I don't know. I guess you're saying it's not good. Again, like I said, Americans or people in America are like some of the highest paid people on the planet. So, yeah, like you said, in China it's probably good, in Russia it's probably good. In America it's probably not good. I actually never look at my bank account, so I don't know. But anyway, Lero says she said that with the Ukraine flag in the bio. Yup. Exactly. And then Bitter Medicine says talked about that born into sufferation thing last night. Yeah, a lot of us are just born into sufferation, and that's what it is. But yeah, I don't know. Well, whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, that's the whole thing. So I appreciate everybody for coming through. Thank you. I actually enjoyed. There was a lot of people, a lot more people than I'm used to, but I enjoyed it. I know people were persecuting me over that. Hopefully y'all don't get me fired. Oh, y'all don't get me fired at this whatever. But yeah, appreciate y'all for that. And hopefully, and like I said, you see all that kind of stuff going on. In the you saw all the things that Bitter Medicine was posting up about the different podcasts to join. Make sure you guys follow them, subscribe, hit the bell. Author Joy says it's a lot of money if you compare it to what teachers in Jamaica makes. Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing. If you in Jamaica, I can make the same amount of money doing what? I can make the same amount of money. All I gotta do is teach, inner city kids in America, or all I gotta do is teach white kids. It's like, yeah, it's an easy, so on and so forth. Or like all I gotta do is teach kids in China, English. Which they're like one of the most disciplined kids on the fucking planet. It's not even a problem. You know what I mean? But other than that, let's see. Forecast says we about to send this video to your job about classy twerkers. Shit. I think my employer would like that. He'd be like, you know what? Yeah, if it's Rihanna, sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's like Dwayne Johnson. Y'all heard about The Rock? He was asked if you could be a pet to anybody, who would it be? And he was like, Megan Thee Stallion. Like no hesitation. Kevin Hart's cracking up. But apparently Megan Thee Stallion's boyfriend, I don't know his name, he was like, just teach your wife how to cook. You'll be all right. And it's like, the fuck? But like, I ain't go on him because I know Forecast is going to be like, you always got to side with black man. But it's like, damn, man. Like, what the fuck you going at this dude's wife for? You know what I mean? But he's just being real. Like Megan Thee Stallion, she has a look. Like she's all right. She's not Rihanna. Rihanna's sexy. She's not Rihanna, but she's up there. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna complain with her. I'm not gonna complain about her. I'm not gonna say she's like super hot, but like, yeah, I mean, like I wouldn't mind. Like I wouldn't no. She like all the ratchet women on the planet, like they go and they dancing in front of you, like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? But like Megan, it's like, yeah, I would watch. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was a different thing. 'Twas fun, and I learned a new word today, foreplay. I know you motherfuckers don't know that word in Jamaica. No disrespect. No disrespect to my own, to my own background. But I heard that, They were like, oh, you're Jamaican and you would do that? And I'm like, what? Am I not supposed to? Like, it's like a big thing for it's a big thing for Jamaican men not to do foreplay. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Anyway, forecast is LOL. Bit of message is LOL. So all right. Peace, family. It's been nice. Thanks so much for coming through. Obviously, I told y'all about my books and all that stuff, but we can go on another time. Other than that, Shem Hotep, Uncle Jah Senab Neb, Amen, my aunt, Dua Netre.